Is everyone else ready?
Is
Anybody not ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
I'm ready. I've just started recording.
What if we've already cracked?
I cracked years ago, so it's too late.
Cracking right now. You still there, Kim?
Release the Kraken.
Do we still have Kim?
Yeah, I have to press a button, don't I?
You do, don't forget.
Oopsie daisy.
Okay, should I unmute you
Don't forget
guys?
to let go of the button when you finish talking. Yeah, unmute us. Let's get going.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to a very special table read. Kat, do you want to announce the movie?
Let's get going. We will be reading
Hello
The Wedding
and
Planner
welcome to
by
a very
me
special
and
table
him.
read. Kat, Yes.
Yes.
do you want to announce the movie? Yes.
Reading the we-
So,
you're ready, so whenever you're ready.
yeah, I guess I will just, I've got Taco Bell's Cannon playing, and it's very distracting.
No.
Alright, I'll just turn that off, and let's, without further ado, about muffins, let's do this. The Wedding Planner, written by Kat Furniss and Matt Case. Exterior, beautiful meadow, morning. Uniformed, identical-looking workers put out chairs. Another group follows behind, tying ribbons around the backs. A gardener puts the finishing touches to a wedding arch, snipping away errant twigs. A hassled priest is escorted to the arch by a blustery mother-in-law in a vibrant blue twin set with matching hat.
Weddings. They take months and months of preparation. A small fortune will be spent on one big day.
Interior bride's room. The bride looks critically at herself in the mirror, starchy but radiant in a glowing white dress with minimal fuss and frills. Her hair severely scraped back, with a few perfect curls framing her pinched, pointed face. She holds a glass of champagne in her hand.
They say a wedding is always 60 seconds away from disaster. A good wedding planner will anticipate this disasters and stop it from happening.
In the hotel kitchen, a small group of people follow Lauren Lovett, 28, her flame red hair unraveling from its neat bun, smart shirt a little untucked from her sharp gray suit, as she walks through inspecting the staff preparations and ticking off a checklist on her clipboard. A British chef waves a wooden spoon threateningly in Lauren's face.
Lauren, there's only half the salmon I need for the fish dish, and they've sent parsnips instead of turnips.
Use those prawns and some scampi and call it a seafood platter.
And the parsnips?
Turnips are awful. Embrace the mistake. It may just save the day.
The chef huffs at her in disgust before nodding at the kitchen crew to start shelling the prawns. The group continue their hurried walk outside. In a beautiful meadow, Lauren inspects the chairs and bows with a smile. A man in a lab coat hurries up to her, red-faced.
Lauren, disaster! Roses! They've sent roses instead of daisies.
It's too late. Pull a few of the petals off and fan them out a bit. Can you spray paint them white?
You're kidding, right?
Lauren stops short.
If you have a better idea, I would love to hear it.
The man hurries off, and Lauren continues on. Group round a corner to a shoreline. Cut to a shoreline. Elise, a pretty blonde girl in a white summer dress, frowns at Ty, an extremely handsome man in a dress suit, and folds her arms tightly. The man grabs her around the waist and pulls her close, grinning widely.
Come on, baby. It won't change a thing. I promise.
How can you
Elise.
promise that? How can you promise that?
I love you, Elise. Nothing will ever change that.
In the meadow, Elise and her boyfriend are a disappearing speck in the distance, as we pass by a man frantically pulling petals out of rosebuds and spray painting them white. In the hallway, Lauren hurries down a grand corridor past groups of people holding flowers and general wedding finery. She pushes open a door into the bride's room, where the bride smooths down her dress impatiently.
But you're getting married today.
Lauren enters the room and the bride spins around to face her.
Carrie, where have you been? Is everything in place?
It's Lauren. Everything is in place. Everyone is set. We're almost ready to go.
Everyone had better be ready. It's go time.
Go time. She turns around to admire herself one last time in the mirror and sighs deeply. Lauren quickly looks around the room to check everything is in order. On the table next to her, she spots a small Tiffany blue fascinator shaped like a small hat with a veil. She picks it up. It sparkles oddly.
Who does this belong to?
That techie thing? Certainly not mine. Are we ready to go?
Well, someone must be missing it.
Lauren pushes the hat into her purse and snaps it shut.
We're just waiting on...
It's too late. The bride has swept past her and out into the hallway by the front door. Lauren runs to catch up to the bride as some fussy bridesmaids bob along uselessly behind. The bride reaches the front door of the hotel and stops abruptly. Lauren almost walks into the back of her.
Where's my music?
Lauren dashes outside and signals to the band. The band leader points to the arch. The groom hasn't arrived yet. The bride hits Lauren with her bouquet. Lauren espies the groom running up the hill towards the arch and gestures frantically to the band leader, who shrugs and turns to conduct the opening bars of Pachelbel's canon in D. On the beautiful meadow, the bride exits the building and begins her march down the aisle. Her expression turns grim as she realizes the groom is not yet there. The groom, at a run, reaches the wedding arch and has a brief conversation with the priest. He then runs away. The bride takes off after him. The bride's father stands up and turns around to Lauren.
I'm not paying for this, you know.
In the wedding planner office, it's a new day. Lauren sits on one side of a large, ornate desk full of pictures of happy couples. On the other side, in a much larger chair, is her boss, a small, neat man with white hair and a goatee, Gerald in his 60s.
You already know what I'm going to say.
Harold, come on.
I've given you enough chances.
Look, I'm really trying here. There are some situations you just can't fix.
Yes? Like that romantic beach wedding? Total disaster. Bride called me in tears.
Flashback to the beach. The bride and groom are standing on the altar. We back out to reveal a beached whale just behind them. A band off to one side plays Pachelbel's canon in D, desperately trying to make themselves heard over an obnoxious, excruciating beeping sound. We back out even more. A massive boat is lifting the whale with a huge crane.
Through sickness and in health, till death do you part.
The guests are fixated on the whale. Their heads move to follow it as the crane swings it out over the water.
Let her down right there, Frank. Nice and easy.
The crane operator looks confused. He reaches for a lever hesitantly, then pulls a different one at the last second.
I do.
The rig snaps on one end, and the whale swings down, its tail whipping into the groom. Its momentum carries them both out to sea into the water, creating a huge wave that completely soaks the entire congregation. As the water drains away, we see the bride shouting for the now missing groom. The father of the bride pulls a large clump of seaweed from his face.
I'm not paying for this.
End of flashback. Back in the wedding planner office, there's an awkward silence.
I really don't see what I could have done differently.
What about the time you booked that rundown old church for the ceremony?
Exterior churchyard, morning, a ramshackle old church. The strains of Pachelbel's canon in D play from a very old organ. The exterior walls slowly fall outwards and the roof caves in.
I'm not paying for this.
End of flashback. Back in the wedding planner office.
Thank goodness nobody was hurt.
The bride absolutely insisted on that venue. Apparently her grandfather built it with his own two hands.
Perhaps he should have tried using tools.
There's an awkward pause.
Again, I'm not sure.
But all this pales into comparison with your greatest failure, which can be summed up in one word.
Pause. Lauren tenses up in anticipation.
Bees.
Close up on Lauren, we hear buzzing in her head and flash back to Lauren's car. Lauren enters, slams the door, and frantically rolls up the window. All around her is screaming and commotion as swarms of bees terrorize the guests. She turns on the car and the radio comes on playing, of course, Pachelbel's Canon in D. Crash! Lauren screams as a woman lands on the hood of the car. She turns to look at Lauren through the windshield.
Bees!
End of flashback. In the wedding planner office,
Bees!
Lauren snaps out of the flashback with a jolt.
For goodness sake, Gerald, don't do that to me. I still have nightmares.
Lauren, I'm sorry, but I just can't keep you on. Brides don't want to work with you. You're a good wedding planner, but you're cursed.
What? That's ridiculous.
Is it? Think about it. The runaway groom, the collapsing church, the beached whale, the...
Don't say it.
Your track record speaks for itself. You're cursed. You should never be allowed to plan another wedding. Out.
On the street, early evening, Lauren walks sadly alongside rows of shops. She stops outside a bridal wear store, looking in at the bridal party, trying on dresses inside. She walks away towards a bench on a pier and sits down, looking out to sea. Opening her purse to look for her phone, she instead pulls out the little blue hat. As she watches a twinkle in the light, she can hear faint strains of Pachelbel's Canon in D. Continuing to fumble in her purse, the music becomes clearer until she pulls out her phone. It's her ringtone. She pushes the hat back inside and answers.
Hi, Mom.
Split screen to Samantha, 54, blonde, a huge smile on her friendly face, standing in a farmhouse-style kitchen at her home.
Lauren, honey, you need to come home. Big news. Big news.
Huh. As it happens, I was thinking of paying you guys a visit.
Well, come on home, honey. We miss you.
I'll drive up first thing, Mom. See you tomorrow.
Drive safely, honey.
Lauren hangs up the phone. As she stands up, a large wave crashes over the pier, barely missing her. Lauren shudders. Fade to Lauren's car in the morning. A small dent is visible on the hood from the wedding bee disaster. Lauren pulls up outside a large, beautiful house, grabs a suitcase from the trunk, and runs up the front path to the outside of the Lovett house.
Welcome home, sweetie. Welcome home, sweetie. How was your drive?
I was fine, Mom. Where's Dad?
Oh, he's off fishing with his buddies. Have you lost weight? I worry about you.
I'm fine, Mom. What's the big news?
Oh, you'll have to ask your sister about that. Come inside. Come inside.
In the kitchen, Lauren walks through the foyer to find her sister, Anna, 32, smiley and friendly-faced like Samantha, with the same flame-red hair as Lauren, washing dishes in the kitchen. She's wearing bright yellow rubber gloves.
Lauren, I'm so glad you came out. How's the wedding business?
Not so good. But you know what? I was thinking of branching out anyway, doing some freelance work.
Is that so? Well, I might just have a perfect client for you.
Anna whips off one of the gloves to reveal a shiny engagement ring.
You're engaged? Oh my god, I'm so happy for you! Oh no, wait, what? You want me to plan your wedding?
Of course. Who else?
I don't know about this. I'm starting to think I may legitimately be cursed.
Is this about the bees?
Don't say that word.
Sorry, but come on. Of course I want you to plan my wedding. Milton and I love you.
I don't want to screw it up.
Lauren.
Lauren! Sorry.
Lauren, your sister wants you to plan her wedding. Now, what do you say?
Yes, sorry, of course I'll plan your wedding. Of course I'll plan your wedding. Have you set a date?
Don't kill me, but we were thinking in 4 months. in June.
4 months to plan a whole wedding? It's cutting it tight, hon.
I have total faith in you, and I'm willing to make a lot of compromises.
Are you sure about this?
Not really. But Milton's grandpa Nicholas will be visiting from Texas. His health is getting worse, and he may not be up to many more visits. We'd really like to have him at the wedding.
I get it. Okay, I got this, sis. So, where do you want to get married?
Samantha cuts in.
In the church your Pop and I got married in, of course. I've already made the appointment for us to view it tomorrow evening when Milton arrives with beefsteak.
Beefsteak?
It's beefcake, Mom.
Beefcake?
No, that's not even really his name. It's Jack, Mom. Beefcake is just some stupid nickname from high school.
Getting back on track. Tell me about this church.
Ah, it's beautiful. Big red, huge double doors, Ada, to make a big entrance.
In the church, evening. Lauren, Anna, and Sam walk through the church doors. Sam's voiceover continues.
And I'll never forget seeing your father waiting for me in front of that gorgeous stained glass window as I walked up the aisle.
The three walk down the aisle to the front, talking animatedly. Suddenly, an organ strikes up, playing the traditional wedding march, and the three spin around to face the door. Milton, 31, a handsome, geeky-looking guy in jeans and a sports team shirt, and Jack, 30, a chiseled, buff, stubbly guy in jeans and a short-sleeved plaid shirt enter, followed by Martin, 54, tall and smiling, traces of red still visible in his graying hair. Anna squeals and runs over to the group, but Lauren stops, glaring at Jack, who looks unfazed.
Daddy!
Hey, baby, look who I found at the airport.
Anna hugs Milton, then Jack. The priest taps Martin on the shoulder, and he and Anna turn around to talk to him while Jack and Milton greet Samantha and Lauren. That's a lot of names.
Samantha, lovely to see you again. And Anna, of course. It's my friend Jack from high school.
Lovely to meet you, Jack. How was your journey, Milton?
The two converse while Jack and Lauren lock eyes. There's an awkward pause.
Lauren, was it?
Lauren laughs humorlessly.
I should have known you wouldn't remember.
Oh, I remember you. Ship's cat.
Lauren's eyes narrow, but she says nothing.
Yeah. Long time, huh? How are things?
Really good, actually. Everything's really working out for me right now. I'm really right where I want to be in life.
Martin, having finished talking to the priest, walks up behind the two. He hugs his daughter.
How are you, honey? Anna says you lost your job.
Jack raises an eyebrow.
Oh no, Dad, it's not like that. I'm going freelance.
That's my little girl. You always did know how to look at the bright side.
Martin turns to Jack.
So, Mr. Contractor, what's your professional opinion?
I think they're going to be very happy together.
I was talking about the church.
Oh, not bad. Solid construction. I don't know if I would have gone with a parquet floor, though.
Lauren rolls her eyes and wanders off as the two discuss flooring. She passes by Milton and Anna.
It's beautiful.
But is it what you want or what your parents want?
I don't know.
Lauren reaches Samantha.
Well, What do you think?
You're sure the building is up to code?
Yes, darling, it's fine. I heard about your little collapsing church drama, and I'm having a contractor check it out. Jack, actually. That's what he does for a living. Now, I hope the bridesmaid should walk up the aisle like this. Here, you play the bride.
Lauren steps up to the front of the church. She thinks for a moment, then with a mischievous smile pulls the hat from her purse and puts it on.
Perfect.
Lauren laughs and begins to walk up the aisle with exaggerated elegance.
Check the pew.
Startled, Lauren loses her footing.
Be careful, sweetie.
Martin surprises Samantha with a kiss on the cheek. He takes her by the hand and points across the church.
Oh, I'll be right back, Lauren.
The two of them walk off. Lauren uses a nearby pew to regain her balance and spots a leaflet on the seat.
Check the pew.
Compelled, she picks it up and walks back to the center of the church as she reads it.
Oh my god, I love it!
What?
Anna grabs the leaflet from Lauren's hand and scans it with excitement.
Sunset Springs! It's gorgeous! Oh, you're a genius! Milt, honey!
Coming, my love.
Oh, stop that. Look at the venue Lauren found. Isn't it perfect?
Milton breaks into a big smile.
Oh, I don't know. Does it have a waterfall?
Anna flips the leaflet around to show him a gorgeous waterfall wedding arch.
It literally does have a waterfall. And I can't believe you remembered that.
Of course I do, babe. Lauren, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Lauren is busy adjusting the hat as if she's trying to tune in a radio broadcast.
Oh, of course, it's what I do.
Samantha, Martin, and Jack join the group.
Nice hat.
It's a fascinator, actually.
Lauren removes the hat quickly with exaggerated nonchalance.
Isn't it perfect? I'm so excited my little girl is going to be married in the same place me and your dad did.
Anna hides the brochure behind her back and casts a pleading look at Lauren. Lauren stealthily takes the brochure.
Don't worry, I'll take care of all the arrangements.
Who's worried? My baby girl is getting married, and my big girl is here to watch over her, as always.
Oh no. We should wrap this up before Dad starts crying. Is everyone coming out for lunch?
Murmurs of approval.
We should try out that new brew pub in town. The Yelp said the food there is to die for.
You and me hanging out at a bar? Be just like old times, eh, buddy?
Better not be too much like old times, mister.
Lauren turns away, hiding a look of disgust.
You guys go on ahead. I'm going to talk to the priest.
Okay. See you later, I hope?
Of course. We need to book you in for your dress fitting in a couple of weeks.
Everyone hugs goodbye and the group exits the church, leaving Lauren alone with the priest.
So, for what day would you like to schedule the wedding?
Can we put a hold on the booking? Just for a few days, we're still not quite sure.
The priest raises his eyebrows judgmentally, then softens to a smile.
Of course, but I can only hold the booking until Sunday next. After that, I'll have to let it go, okay?
Lauren steps out to the atrium and sits down, looking at the brochure. She turns to look back at the pew where she found it, and her attention returns to the hat. She once again fastens it to her hair.
Hello?
Hello.
Lauren jumps, then smiles awkwardly. The cleaning lady is standing nearby, regarding Lauren warmly. She returns the hat to her purse and leaves. In a wedding dress shop, the door tinkles as Lauren enters the dress shop. She spots Anna and two bridesmaids talking to the dress shop owner, a small balding man in a bow tie. He looks up at Lauren.
May I help you, ma'am?
There you are. Lauren, this is Elise from work. And you remember Tanya from school? She runs a flower shop now, so she'll be doing the wedding flowers. So you guys will be coordinating on that.
Hi.
Hello.
Tanya hands Lauren a card, which she tucks into her organizer.
Wonderful, Tanya. I'll be in touch as soon as we have some ideas for the arrangements. And Elise, it's lovely to meet you.
Where's your hat?
My what?
Oh, that's right. You weren't there last night. We decided to wear fun hats for this.
She indicates her own hat, a pretty flower with a veil.
Don't worry, I have a hat you can borrow.
He holds out a dated, worn-looking yellowed hat to Lauren, who cringes.
It's okay. I actually have one.
She pulls the hat out from her purse and fixes it to her head.
Ooh, I love it.
Is Mom here yet?
No. Oh, there's her car pulling up now.
Lauren takes a deep breath.
Okay, well then quickly, I called Sunset Springs. They said we can come in for a viewing next Saturday afternoon. Don't worry about telling Mom yet, okay? I will find a way to break the news to her.
A tinkle as Samantha hurries through the shop door.
You didn't stop without me, did you?
Of course not.
The dress shop owner brings over a dress for Anna to try on.
Are we ready now?
Anna vanishes behind a curtain as the dress shop owner hands out glasses of champagne from a tray. Cue montage. Anna appears in a nice but rather average wedding dress. She pulls a face.
A classic, of course.
Well, it's a perfectly good start. We can put that on the maybe list.
Do we have to? I don't want to wear a maybe dress.
Anna vanishes back through the curtain. Anna reemerges wearing an extremely closely fitted corseted dress. She looks fabulous, but as she hobbles stiffly forwards, it's clear she can barely move.
For the bolder bride wishing to make a statement.
That looks amazing.
Can you breathe?
Anna shakes her head, going redder. She hobbles quickly back through the curtain. Zip. Anna comes back out in a nicely fitted mermaid dress, unfortunately in a pistachio color. The group gasp.
A bit less traditional, this one.
It's so green.
This is my favorite so far.
Lauren points her back into the changing room without a word.
No?
Lauren shakes her pointer at the changing room with determination. Anna giggles and retreats back in there. In quick succession, Anna appears and retreats in an overtly lacy number, a huge puffball dress, and one that seems okay until she presses a concealed button on the skirt, and it lights up with LED hearts.
Oh my goodness, that's really something.
You can't be serious.
We're running out of dresses. Maybe we could take the lights out?
What if there's a thunderstorm? It'd be like a lightning rod.
Don't worry, I've saved the best for last, honey. You're gonna love it.
Anna steps into the dressing room. The dress shop owner goes to answer the phone on the other side of the shop.
Guys, this is the last one. No matter what, tell her she looks amazing. This has got to be the one.
What if it looks horrible?
It's not going to be horrible. Be nice.
Forgive me for being a little paranoid, but about weddings after the last one I went to.
Oh, why? What happened?
They fall silent as Anna steps out wearing a capped lace sleeve empire line dress. It's perfectly nice, but not very flattering for Anna.
Oh, honey, you look so beautiful. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is the one.
Anna looks unconvinced.
Lauren, what do you think?
You hate it.
I don't hate it.
What?
No, I mean, it looks great on you. I love it.
You hate it.
Maybe you're the one who hates it.
Anna bursts into tears.
You're right, I do hate it. None of these dresses are right, but where am I going to find a dress and get it altered to the type of this wedding? And oh my god, what am I going to do?
Sit down, try to calm down, deep breaths. I'll fix this. And I'm going to start by getting us some more champagne.
Lauren approaches the dress shop owner.
Could we have a little more champagne, please? The bride is having a teeny tiny meltdown.
I'll get the fire department on the phone.
Don't you have anything else she could try on?
Well, no, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Look, I know how this works. You have next season's dresses sitting in the back room waiting to be put out, but you can't release them until the season starts in a couple of days. But we're not going to be here. We live out of state, and the wedding isn't happening till next season, so nobody has to know we bought it a couple of days early. Otherwise, well, I guess we'll have to find a dress shop closer to where we live to buy our dress. And mine. And the other bridesmaids.
If you know how it works, you know I can't let you all loose back there. It's asking for trouble.
Okay, how about just me? I know Anna. If you have a dress back there she'll love, then we can just take her that one. What do you say?
Lauren extends her hand to the dress shop owner. There's a 50 concealed in there. In the back room, Lauren pushes through a curtain, the shop owner tapping his foot and looking anxious behind her. Lauren quickly sizes up the new stock before selecting one with a big smile. Back in the wedding dress shop, we see Anna in the new dress gazing at her reflection in the mirror. She turns around, tears in her eyes. The group hold their breath.
Oh, Lauren, it's amazing.
Anna begins to choke up again. The group collectively exhales and Lauren jumps up to hug her.
How did you even find this? He said I tried the last one.
Great secret, Annie.
Anna laughs and hugs Lauren again.
Hold on to this one, sweetie. You've got yourself a heck of a wedding planner.
Oh, my baby girl getting married. I'm so proud.
She turns to Lauren quickly. Quickly.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my career girl, I'm so proud of you both.
Mom, I'm a veterinarian.
Oh shush, you're both perfect and I love you to pieces. And because I know you both love me so much too, who's coming back to our house for a game of double Jenga?
Lauren and Anna glance at each other and cringe.
Oh, God.
In the Lovett house at night, a Jenga tournament with a twist. Teams working to extract the bricks in pairs. Samantha and Martin versus Anna and Milton versus Lauren and Tanya versus Jack and Elise. Martin and Samantha skillfully remove a piece together and place it on the tower.
And then, I don't know how she did it, but she had some words with the owner. Whatever she said, they found me the perfect dress. It's amazing, Daddy. Wait until you see it.
Milton and Anna begin work extracting their piece.
It sounds perfect, Pumpkin. I'm glad Lauren helped you find a dress you love.
I'm certainly looking forward to seeing it. I'm sure you'll look beautiful.
Jack and Elise work on extracting a piece, but the whole structure crashes down.
Oh no, sorry, Jack. Butterfingers.
It's okay. I thought it was my fault.
Jack starts restacking the Jenga pieces.
Another game, anyone?
Oh, we'd actually better get going. It's a long drive back to the burbs if you're ready, Ted.
Yeah, we should go. Thanks for a lovely evening, guys.
I'll get your coats.
Samantha exits into the hallway.
Bye, everyone. See you next week for dancing.
Dancing?
For the...
Anna stands up, cutting her off, and starts hustling them towards the door.
It's nothing. I'll explain later. Great seeing you guys. Sorry you have to leave so soon.
She pushes them into the hallway and shuts the door, leaning on it. Martin stands up. There's a faint chorus of yes and no from the assembled people. Martin does a head count and exits. Jack turns to Lauren and beams.
Guess we're a team now.
Oh, I guess we are.
Anna sits down and breathes off the hook.
I hope you're good. Even combining our scores, we're still behind.
Ah, here he is. Back on form.
Jack and Lauren turn to look at Milton. Jack is not amused.
How's that now?
Well, I was just shocked Jack didn't make a move on Elise. She's just his type. Thought he might be losing his touch. But now I see he was playing the long game, trying to seduce you, Lauren.
Milton laughs, teasing, but stops when Jack doesn't join in.
Elise has a boyfriend. Ty something. And I certainly wouldn't want to presume to put the moves on Lauren.
Hey, come on, I'm only kidding. Jack, that's our thing. You're the stud, I'm the wingman. I didn't think you'd... Oh, wow. Do you like her?
Stop!
Milton is aghast and begins desperately trying to undo his damage.
Forget everything I said, Lauren. I made the whole thing up. He hardly sleeps with any women. Hasn't for ages. Practically celibate. Honestly, I was starting to think he might be gay.
Anna face bombs.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
Lauren stands up, fake laughing, and does a big fake yawn and stretch.
Well, this has been quite enlightening, but I'm actually rather tired from being a genius today, so I'm gonna hit the hay.
Whoa, Lauren, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm done. I have to get up early anyway, head home, make a start on that business plan.
Lauren exits the room and heads up the staircase in the hallway to Lauren's childhood room. She puts her purse down on the nightstand and sits heavily on the bed. She picks up a photograph of her and Anna playing weddings as children. She smiles. She replaces the picture, knocking over her purse in the process. The hat spills out and rolls under the bed. As she reaches for it, her hand brushes a dusty cardboard box. She slides it out, opens it to reveal her old wedding scrapbooks and journals, and a pile of wedding magazines. She glances at a few of these until a cover catches her eye. Roberta Hattersley, wedding planner genius, next to a photograph of an old woman with an impish smile and a Tiffany blue fascinator. Lauren holds the hat next to the photo for comparison.
No way!
Lauren leafs through the magazine. Various pictures show Roberta in different outfits, but always wearing the hat. Lauren puts on the hat.
Roberta?
Roberta? Yes, that's me, Roberta.
Planned all of these weddings.
Lauren scans photos of weddings events in the magazine.
They're beautiful.
If there's one thing I love, it's love. And there's one ultimate expression of love. Well, dear, it's a wedding. And so weddings were my life. Of course, my life had to come to an end, but that didn't stop me. Now, weddings are my afterlife. You see, I never wanted to stop. But age got the best of me. Gets the best of everyone eventually.
So that's why the brochure, the dress, you just want to help me plan the perfect wedding, don't you? I can't believe this is happening.
Well, my dear, I know talent when I see it, and you certainly have the talent to succeed. You must lack confidence.
I've just had so many failures.
Not your failures, theirs. If their love is true, it will always win over adversity. Those who let unfortunate events stand in their way.
You didn't see the bees, Roberta.
There's a knock on the door. Lauren jumps.
It's open.
The door opens and Martin is standing in the hall.
Just wanted to let you know the sink is backing up. If the water comes out brown, don't use it until you've let it run for a while.
Oh. Thanks, Daddy.
Were you just talking to someone?
No?
Martin exits, the door closing behind him.
Are you still there?
No response from the hat. Lauren removes it, sighing. The next morning, in the Lovett House kitchen, Lauren enters and is presented with a big stack of pancakes.
You didn't have to.
Oh, please. I've just been looking for stuff to do all morning. I've been up since 5:30. Nervous, I guess.
Your loss of sleep is my gain of pancakes. Thanks, Anna.
They sit down at the table together.
So, do you want to talk about last night?
Lauren bristles.
What about it?
Come on. What's up between you and Jack?
No idea what you're talking about.
Seriously? Are you serious right now?
There's nothing to tell.
Don't make me do it, Lauren.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'll do it.
You can't be... Ah! Get off me!
Anna grips Lauren's arm and gives her a Chinese burn.
Spill!
Ow! Okay, jeez, you psycho.
It's for your own good. It'll help getting it off your chest. And besides, I'm dying to know.
So, I never told you this because, honestly, it's really stupid and embarrassing. Okay, when I was in college, I was walking through Fairfield Park, remember it? And it was a gorgeous day. I stopped to look at the boats on the little lake, all the people splashing around, having fun. And I looked down the railing, and I see this guy, and fell. Everything in my brain said, remember this moment, because here he is, Lauren, here's your guy. And he turns to look at me and smiles, and I'm holding on to the railing because I'm thinking my legs might give up on me.
Oh my god. It was not at all like that for me and Milton. I wasn't even sure I liked him at first. Go on.
Anna sits down, enraptured by the story.
So he says, you ever been out on one of these things? And I'm thinking, say something clever. And I say, well, I'm really more of a cat than a sailor.
What?
Because they had a Chip's cat, and it doesn't matter. It was a stupid thing to say, but it's what came out.
And he didn't run screaming?
He said, you busy? I wouldn't mind having a ship's cat on one of those paddle boats.
He didn't.
Are you seeing why I thought he might be the one? Someone crazy enough to get me?
So you went out on the boats?
We snuck beer out on the boats. We had about 15 minutes of stealthy drinking and relaxed conversation before security spotted us and demanded we return to shore, which we sheepishly did. And I didn't want it to end there, so I insisted on buying us lunch. And lunch led to dinner, led to, hey, if you're tired, you could just bunk in our dorm.
You sly dog.
They fist bump.
I know. And we pretty much stayed there for 2 entire days. But he was only visiting. He had to go back to Colorado State where he was studying. He said he was going to keep in touch. He said he'd visit the next weekend. There was a long, tearful goodbye. And then nothing.
Nothing?
Never heard another word. Never saw him again. Never answered my emails or texts. He was just gone.
Anna reaches out and takes Lauren's hand sympathetically.
He left his toothbrush behind. Took me an entire year to throw it away.
I'm sorry, Lauren.
So stupid! How can you fall in love with someone at first sight? How can you feel so sure about something after just one weekend and be so wrong?
Hey, no. It's not stupid. It's sweet and romantic. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I mean, I knew from the stories Milton told me he was some kind of heartbreaker, but do you want me to talk to him? Maybe I can convince him to find a new best man.
What? No, come on. I don't really want to drag this up. I thought I was over it. Seeing him, it's just a bit of a shock is all. It's fine, really, I'm fine.
Lauren clasps her hands together to break the tension.
Let's focus on the here and now. We need to tell Mom and Dad about Sunset Springs, preferably before the viewing today.
Not it.
Lauren punches Anna on the shoulder.
What is with you today? We're not 12.
Ugh, fine. Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, okay.
Just then, Samantha and Martin enter the room. Samantha is in tears.
Oh my God, what happened?
Your mother just got off the phone with Father McGilligan.
There was a fire. Our church has been burned to the ground.
That's awful.
Here's the scary part. It was during a wedding. Apparently the wiring couldn't handle all the extra lights they had up.
I'm so sorry, Anna. What are we gonna do?
It's a good job we didn't book it then and there. We'd probably have lost our deposit.
Martin, that's terrible. Our venue just went up in smoke and all you're worried about is money.
Makes it a little difficult to book somewhere else without it, though, doesn't it?
Okay, guys, no panic. I always keep a backup venue ready.
She gives Anna a sly smile.
Maybe if we're lucky, I could even get us in there to view it today. I'll go make some phone calls.
Lauren returns to her childhood room. She finds the hat and puts it on.
Thank you.
Don't make me in.
Dear, there's still a lot to do.
You're right. Will you help me?
Of course, dear. Every step of the way.
Lauren smiles and puts the hat carefully in her purse before exiting the room. At Sunset Springs on a hidden beach, it's pristine white sand with white hibiscus flower shrubs and a beautiful, gentle waterfall archway. Bridget, a small, sunny woman with a huge smile, draws to a halt along with Milton, Anna, Lauren, and Samantha.
The piece de resistance, the waterfall arch, is where you would exchange your vows before having champagne cocktails on the lawn with your guests. You can take your photographs in front of the waterfall, or the tree, or the glass front of the area where you'll be dining later.
Bridget continues on to a beautiful building of white wood and brick before leading the group through a door to the Sunset Springs dining hall. Even with the glass windows and the light streaming in, a dark blue ceiling twinkles with lights as Bridget shows the group an exquisitely decorated hall full of tables laid out for an extravagant banquet.
And this is where your guests will dine and watch the speeches from the top table. We have a variety of dinner packages, from buffet to full service, to suit every bride's need. Isn't it beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
It's absolutely stunning. To think my little girl is going to get married here in such a magical place.
Are you sure, Mom? I know you had your heart set on.
Darling, this is a dream venue. Any fool could see that. I want the best for my baby, and this place is perfect.
I'll let you have a look around, shall I? I'll have the bar send some drinks over, and I'll pop back and check on you in about half an hour.
Bridget exits. Anna sits down at one of the tables and strokes the tablecloth, sighing.
This place is amazing. You're so clever, Lauren.
Lauren sits down, laughing.
I'm going to have a look around these beautiful gardens. Anyone else?
I'd love to have a look around the gardens. Coming, babe?
A waiter brings a jug of delicious-looking red drink with strawberries around the rim and ice clustered around the top.
I'm gonna stay here and have a nice cool drink with Lauren, I think. Take lots of pics, babe.
Milton and Samantha exit, Milton stepping back to allow Samantha through the door first. The waiter fills Anna and Lauren's glasses before leaving. Anna takes a large gulp before blurting out,
So, I've been trying to find the right time to tell you this. Milton and I have decided to do a dance routine at the wedding, which means we all need to take some emergency dance lessons. And guess who your dance partner is?
Lauren looks up suspiciously.
So that's what Elise was talking about. Hang on. No, you're not pairing me with Jack, are you?
Your chief bridesmaid. He's the best man. That means your dance partners. Elise and Tanya have to dance with the less important groomsmen. Burton, Milton's brother, and Drake, some college friend of theirs. Anyway, please, Lauren?
I don't know.
Please? This might be good for you. Help you finally get over him.
What do you mean, get over him? What, you think I'm still in love with some guy I haven't seen in 10 years?
You do seem like you might be a little bit hung up on him, yeah?
No, it's not like that at all. It's just that seeing him, it's all just been a bit of a shock, and I just need a little bit of time to just...
That's 4 times you just said just.
Anyway, it's fine. Of course I'll dance with him. Looking forward to it. Have you booked lessons, or do we need to find someone?
No, remember Mrs. Beadle, our old dance teacher?
Oh, God, is she still alive?
No, sadly not. But her daughter Janet is still teaching. I've booked us 2 two-hour sessions, one next weekend and the day before cake tasting. The other will be right before the wedding, the morning of the rehearsal dinner.
Huh, so that's all sorted out then. Huh, you looking for a job? I could use an assistant.
I'm good with my practice, thanks.
Fair enough. So, what do you think about this place?
Anna looks around at the beautiful venue.
I love it. I really love it. It's beautiful. It's a tiny bit over our budget, but it's everything I've ever wanted. What do you think?
Lauren looks around. She drums her fingers on the table. As she gazes at the distant figures of Milton and Samantha in the gardens, she sees a bee hovering just outside the glass and jumps.
Lauren?
I'll be right back.
She stands abruptly, hurrying away towards the bathrooms. In the bathroom, Lauren enters and walks over to the mirror. After staring at herself for a few seconds, she takes the hat out of her bag and puts it on.
Okay, Roberta, time for your expert guidance.
Silence.
Hello?
Silence.
Oh my God, I'm talking to a hat.
It's perfect, of course.
Ah! Oh, what?
This place. I sent you here, didn't I? Of course, it's perfect. Just, don't order the chicken.
Are you serious?
Deadly serious.
Oh, okay then. No chicken. Thank you so
Lauren,
much.
sorry. Lauren begins to remove the hat.
There's one more thing, dear.
Hmm?
Your sister's right. Give Jack another chance.
Jack? What? Why?
It's time.
Time for what? I don't think.
The door opens and a lady enters, startling Lauren.
Sorry, did I?
Oh no, it's quite alright. I was just.
Lauren stops abruptly and exits the bathroom and returns to Sunset Springs. Lauren walks towards the group, now all together, waiting for her.
So what do we think? Will you be booking with us today?
Lauren?
Yes. Yes, we'd love to.
Isn't it lucky you had a cancellation at such a short notice?
It's like it was meant to be.
Stop it, you.
Lauren glances at her bag where the hat is and smiles.
Excellent. I don't know if you've hired a catering service yet, but might I recommend our in-house dining service? Our head chef Vincenzo makes a delightful chicken cacciatore.
No, not chicken.
Everyone turns to stare at Lauren.
I thought you liked chicken.
I do, but Anna and Milton are such a welcoming, loving couple. Perhaps something like beef Wellington would have a more fitting, friendly but elegant feel to it.
Milton beams at Lauren.
Oh, yeah, that sounds lovely.
Perhaps we could book in to try a tasting menu before the big day.
I know your dad would like that.
Wonderful. So if you'd like to come with me, I'll take your deposit and confirm the booking.
The group stands and makes their way towards the small office area.
This is awesome. Thanks so much, guys. After this, I'm taking everyone out for dinner. Although nowhere expensive, I have a wedding to pay for.
Annie, I can't. I have a bunch of calls to make. I was planning on heading back home.
Lauren!
Next weekend, I promise, okay? I have a feeling I'm gonna need a drink after the dance lesson.
In the dance studio foyer, Lauren enters along with Samantha and Martin. While Martin and Lauren are in t-shirts and sweats, Samantha is dressed in a fabulous leotard leggings combo with a loose sweater like someone out of Fame. Janet, the tall, raven-haired instructor, looks up sharply.
Lauren, late as usual. I don't tolerate lateness in my classroom.
Well, we're boned.
How nice to see you again, Janet. How are you?
Eager to get started this way.
Janet leads the group into the dance studio. Anna and Milton are practicing a few dance moves in one corner. Burton, Milton's brother and his spitting image, is talking to Drake, a skinny, slimy, but not unattractive man with slicked back hair and extremely tight trousers. Elise, Jack, and Tanya stand nearby, clearly discussing Drake and Burton.
They're finally here. I hope you're all ready to work hard.
We're all gonna die, aren't we?
Now, if you'd all like to take a seat down at that side of the room, Paula and I will demonstrate the dance I've choreographed for you.
Paulo, a handsome Italian stallion, waltzes in and stands behind Janet.
Now, don't worry if the moves seem a little complicated. You'll pick them up in no time.
Am I gonna have to pick you up?
Oh, why?
I wouldn't mind picking you up.
Oh.
Oh no, I meant dancing, of course. I'd never mean to disrespect a lady like you.
Certainly not to your face.
Now, pay attention.
The music starts up and Janet jumps forward alarmingly, group shrinking back. She spins on the spot, then jumps back into Paolo's arms.
We're not doing that right. In my dreams.
Janet and Paolo perform a complicated series of steps.
Is anyone taking notes?
I think, yes, my brain has shut down.
Paolo and Janet march in step across the floor, Paolo lifting Janet at the end.
I had that up until the lift.
Is there something you want to say to me?
No, darling, you're perfect. I'm just an old man.
Oh,
Samantha laughs and squeezes his arm.
there's still life in you yet.
Janet and Paolo spin together, stepping into a final formation. The group clap politely, exchanging worried glances.
And that's it. So if you'd like to get into your pairs, we'll begin.
The group stand and assemble into pairs. Janet and Paolo demonstrate the first set of steps.
Oh, hey, you're really good at this.
I took dance for 11 years. Had to give up because I bust my knee.
Oh no, are you okay now?
I'm fine, as long as I don't put too much strain on it.
Janet and Paolo go around the room, correcting each individual pair. Jack steps on Lauren's foot.
Ouch! What's wrong with you?
Unlike Dracula over there, I'm not a trained dancer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Huh.
That's not what Never mind. Let's just get through this, eh?
Dracula and Tanya sail past them, stepping in perfect time.
Can I take you out to dinner?
Oh, yes, that sounds nice.
Well, at least someone's getting along.
Oh, God. I need a drink.
I've got some water in
Not
my...
what I meant, soldier.
In a bar. Martin weaves through a crowd with a tray full of drinks and places it on the break that we're going to take now.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Nice segue, Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Total pro.
Did you pause us
All
out
right.
of the stream?
Sorry, what?
Did you mute us out of the stream?
Not.
It's too late now, Paul.
I am now recording.
We're starting again?
I guess.
Yep, still there, Kim?
I am.
Right, everyone who's not here, please make themselves known.
Side note, my mum now follows Cheddar Man on Twitch.
Is Mr. Ori back?
Yes.
Okay. I think
Sounds
we're
like a
good.
smart mom.
With cheese and biscuits.
Welcome back for the second half of The Wedding Planner by my dear friend Kat Furniss and me, the Cheddar Man. Anyway, let's get back to it. Right?
Right!
Oh, yeah.
In a bar in the evening, Martin weaves through the crowd with a tray full of drinks and places it on the table where Samantha, Anna, Milton, Jack, and Lauren are seated. He puts down the drinks and sits down. Lauren grabs her gratefully.
Thought I might not make it back. It's busy in here tonight.
Thanks, Dad.
I was worried I'd miss the cake tasting tomorrow. That would have taken the cake.
As if your father... As if your father would ever miss a cake testing.
We didn't have cake tasting when we got married. I missed out.
We absolutely did. What? We did it. Don't you remember?
No.
The first cake we tried was passion fruit with mango buttercream, and you threw up and you couldn't taste the rest of the cakes.
Oh no. Gross.
God, I'd forgotten all about that.
That's fair. It's a strong combination.
No passion fruit with mango. Make a note of that.
Lauren shows Milton her planner. Circled on the cake tasting event listing are the words, No passion fruit/mango.
I've actually heard this story before.
Oh, honey, did you show Lauren the flowers you saw?
Oh, yes. Lauren, I saw the most beautiful flowers in a magazine spread.
Anna digs in her bag and pulls out a page torn from a magazine, featuring a picture of a girl in a field dotted with small blue and purple flowers.
Aren't they pretty? I'd like these mixed with white roses for my bouquet. And then the centerpieces for the tables, too.
Jack leans over Lauren's shoulder to look at the pictures. As he leans in close, Lauren flushes. She shakes him off, recovering.
Oh, those are lovely. Excellent choice. I've never seen flowers exactly like this before, though. I'll check with Tanya. I'm sure she'll know what they are. Can I keep this?
She puts the cutting in her handbag, and as she does, her hand brushes Roberta's hat.
Get some fresh air.
Fresh air?
You are looking a little bit flushed, love.
Lauren frowns.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna get some fresh air. Please excuse me?
She stands up and brushes past Jack, who watches her exit. Outside the bar, Lauren exits and walks across the deck, talking to her handbag.
Okay, I'm outside. What am I looking for? Is the flower around here somewhere?
Who are you talking to?
Lauren jumps a mile in the air, then freezes, cringing. She slowly turns around.
Myself? Yeah, that's...
She coughs.
Are you okay? You kind of ran out of there.
I'm fine, thanks. Just a little warm.
She fans herself with her hand.
I wondered if you would like some help.
No, really, I'm fine.
Sorry, no. I meant with your flowers. Actually, I know what the flowers Anna wants are. They're not really common floresty flowers, so you may struggle to find them.
Floresty?
Lucky for you, I know where you can get a lot for a very reasonable price.
I'm listening.
Jack leans casually on the deck railing around the bar.
Well, you probably didn't know, but my parents are beekeepers.
Lauren's face falls. Jack hesitates, but carries on.
The flower in the picture are cranebills, well known for attracting bees. There are plenty on my parents' land, and I know they wouldn't mind you taking some for Anna's wedding.
Bees. Why did it have to be bees?
You're not allergic, are you?
No, it's just...
Good. You can have as many cranebills as you want, on one condition, Lauren. You come with me to collect them. What do you say?
I say no. Are you insane? I'm going to fill my sister's bouquet with bee-attracting flowers. That'll liven up the reception, won't it?
Lauren starts ranting, a little lost in her memory.
Oh, yeah, tons of fun when the best man is covered in bee stings and the bride's in the leg breathing through a reed. The guests are being chased left and right.
Lauren. It's okay.
Jack grabs her shoulders and Lauren snaps out of it.
All we need to do is add some citronella or some eucalyptus to the arrangement, and bees won't come anywhere near them.
You promise?
I swear. They hate that stuff.
Lauren hesitates.
My mom will cook you dinner, and she makes the world's best apple cobbler.
Okay. You promise you'll protect me?
From my mom or the bees?
Lauren laughs and playfully bumps Jack with her fist.
Come on, genius. Let's go inside before people start talking.
Jack holds the door open for her and they go back inside the bar to whoops from the table. In a bakery, a neat, slightly plump woman, Maria, in a starchy white uniform, puts a plate of cake cubes down on the table at which Anna, Milton, Lauren, Jack, Samantha, and Martin are seated. Martin eagerly grabs a couple of cubes, eats them.
Dad!
Maria laughs.
They're good, aren't they? These are chocolate with a white chocolate frosting and raspberry Kool-Aid.
The group takes samples and eat them, smiling.
This is so much better than some damn mango passion fruit cake.
Dad!
Maria takes the empty plate and puts another down.
This is our final sample.
Martin's face falls.
A classic light lemon cake with cardamom buttercream frosting.
The group takes samples and mmm's are heard.
This is gorgeous. They've all been gorgeous.
This is going to be a tough decision.
Is there one you'd like to try again?
I'd like to try the triple chocolate again, please. And that cappuccino cake. And that orange cake.
Stop it!
Maria winks widely at Martin.
I'll put together a sample bag for you, shall I?
Martin beams widely and pats his stomach.
Best day ever.
He sees Samantha's glare and puts an arm around her.
Apart from our wedding, of course.
Samantha turns her head away but smiles.
Love you, baby.
Samantha laughs.
You're terrible, and personally, this lemon is my favorite too. What do you think, Hannah?
Gosh, I don't know. The lemon was nice, but the triple chocolate, so delicious.
I concur. Jack, you demanded an invitation to the cake testing. Time to pull your weight.
Jack flushes, avoiding Lauren's look of interest.
Oh, well, the chocolate was lovely, but the lemon was lovely too. And what about that raspberry?
Great. Good job, buddy. Big help.
Lauren, you're going to have to decide. Chocolate or lemon?
Gosh, they're both great choices. Chocolate is much richer, lemon a little more refreshing.
Toss a coin.
Well, I suppose it'll at least confirm or deny which cake they want.
Lauren digs into her purse for a coin. As she searches, she spots the little hat glittering away. She strokes it with a finger, closing her eyes.
What do you think, Roberta? I'd hate to just leave this to a coin toss.
Mix it up though with tears.
Tears?
We were thinking 3 tiers. That style.
Anna points to a cake behind some glass. 3 tiers, the top and middle are outlined in a printed gold damask fondant. The middle in rich red velvety fondant with a sheer sugar spun curtain draped elegantly over the top. Lauren smiles.
Mix it up.
Can we do that?
Of course. Top and bottom tiers, chocolate, lemon in the center. It's perfect. The colors will look absolutely beautiful together. Perhaps with a purple fondant curtain to match our flowers. Tying it together?
Everyone turns to look at Maria, who's been sketching as Lauren has been talking. She turns her pad to reveal the most charming cake design.
Sounds perfect, my dear. Do you like it?
Oh, Lauren, you're the best. Again.
Ah, well, thanks. Thank you.
Come with me. I'll take the details and we'll confirm it all.
Lauren stands along with Manna and Milton, but Martin waves her back down.
Now, Anna. Milton, we've decided that this one's on us. We're going to buy the cake for you.
Really?
That's awesome, Mr. and Mrs. Lovett. Thank you so much.
Oh, now, it's the least that we could do. After you wouldn't let us pay for the wedding.
Oh, now, Sam, don't start this again.
He burps and rubs his stomach.
Oh, dear. I think I may have overdone it. Which way is the bathroom?
Maria points Martin in the direction of the bathroom. Samantha, Milton, and Anna accompany her to the register, leaving Jack and Lauren at the table.
Good call on the mix and match cake.
Sure. I mean, it was right there in front of me, but don't tell anyone that, okay?
She laughs awkwardly, but Jack laughs with her.
Oh, hey, and Mom says we can go up on Monday to get the flowers. Is that too soon?
No, actually, that's perfect. Tanya's going to do the arrangements a few days ahead of time and cold store them.
I thought I could pick you up at your mom's house around 3. That'll give us time to get there and pick up some flowers before dinner.
I was just going to drive up myself, if that's okay.
Ah, well. It's a little off the beaten track. Can be hard to find if you've not been there. It might be just easier if I pick you up.
Jack Jones, are you trying to get me alone?
Jack flushes. Lauren awkwardly tries to recover.
Because...
A beat. Martin walks back to the table and sits down heavily.
Oof. Do not let me eat that much cake at the reception, okay?
Maria leads the others back over and hands a small sample box to Martin.
Ooh, lovely.
Lauren laughs, the tension broken.
Everything okay over here?
Absolutely. In fact, Jack here is going to take me to gather your wedding flowers on Monday.
Ooh, great. Did you let Tanya know? Because she likes to...
Lauren cuts her off, standing up and putting her coat on.
It's all in hand, Anna. I'm your wedding planner, remember? I'm going to call her on my way home and arrange to drop them off.
Yay! So I'll see you a week from Thursday for the last dance lesson, right? Bright and early?
Everybody groans as they make their way out of the shop door, Jack standing back to let Lauren leave first. Jack's car. Jack is driving Lauren down some picturesque country lanes.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
In my defense, I had no idea you'd had such a traumatic experience with wedding bees. It wasn't your fault, though.
I know, Gerald is such an ass.
They pull up to a slightly isolated farmhouse cottage, and Lucy, a small, pretty older woman, runs out, followed by Eric, a tall older man with a big smile.
Here he is. I thought you'd gotten lost.
She gives Jack an enormous hug, then Lauren too.
Oof, Mom, put her down. We're exactly on time.
He walks up the porch steps as Lucy, her arm around Lauren, guides her toward the house. Eric shakes his hand, then hugs him too.
You're 5 minutes early. That's my boy.
Mom, Dad, this is Lauren. Lauren, this is Lucy and Eric.
Ah, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, pleased to meet you.
It's so wonderful to meet you, Lauren. Did you have a good journey down?
Yes, thank you.
So Jack tells us you're afraid of bees.
Dad.
I just had a bad experience once, Mr. Jones.
Not to worry. We'll set you up nice and safe.
Lauren shivers nervously as they all enter the house. Inside the Jones residence. The Jones house has a cozy country decor with bee-themed accents. Bee wallpaper, bee paintings, cross stitches of bees, splashes of yellow and black. Lauren wears a rictus grin and breathes deeply.
The Jones family has been beekeepers for 3 generations. One day, all of this will belong to Jacoby here.
Oh, stop that.
Jacoby?
Guess the secret's out.
It's a strong beekeeper name, son.
Thanks, Dad.
Dinner will be ready in about an hour, so you best get going. Work yourselves up an appetite.
I'll get a couple of bee suits for you two. You look about the same size as Lucy. I'm sure one of hers will fit.
Eric disappears for a moment and returns holding 2 white beekeeping suits. One of them has Jacoby lovingly embroidered across the breast pocket. In the bee fields, Jack and Lauren have suited up and are trudging through a field of tall grass and bright flowers.
Did you know that bees communicate by dancing?
You're joking.
No, really. They tell each other where the flowers are by moving in a sort of figure-8 pattern. It's called the waggle dance.
Should we do the waggle dance at the wedding?
Sounds like you're warming up to bees. Now you want to dance like them.
You'll have to show me how it's done if we're going to be dance partners.
I can show you right now.
Jack walks in a wide arc away from Lauren, then doubles back toward her, shaking his ass rapidly in a wobbling line. Lauren laughs.
How is that supposed to tell me where the flowers are?
Well, they're right behind you. Maybe you should brush up on your bee-ish.
Lauren turns around to face a large patch of cranes mills.
Are you sure the bees won't mind me taking their flowers?
I'm sure they have plenty more in this field to choose from, and your suit will keep you safe.
I do feel pretty powerful in this suit. I'm like, bees, bring it on! Hi-ya!
A bee flies past Lauren and Lauren squeals and hides behind Jack, who laughs at her. He puts his arm around her protectively.
You're doing great. Remember the bee dance.
Lauren walks backwards, wiggling her ass, while Jack laughs. Back in the Jones kitchen, Lauren and Jack, desuited, sit at a large table. Eric clears away the dinner plates while Lucy serves generous slices of apple cobbler.
That looks lovely, Mrs. Lucy. Thank you.
Jack takes a huge mouthful, then speaks through it.
I told you, it's the best.
Don't speak with your mouth full, dear.
Eric takes a seat.
It's been lovely having you here, Lauren. Jack never brings girls home to see us.
She's here for the flowers, Dad. Remember?
Oh, of course. Yes. Well, we'll see.
Eric, honestly, love.
Lauren finishes the last mouthful of her cobbler and turns to Lucy, ignoring the men.
That was absolutely lovely. Thank you. Thank you all for helping me out with these flowers and being such kind hosts today. We should get going, but I hope I'll see you both at the wedding.
Of course, dear. Are you sure you can't stay for seconds?
No, I really need to get these flowers into cold storage or they'll be ruined by next weekend. Thank you again so much.
Jack stands up and passes Lauren her coat.
Hope to see you here again soon, dear. It's been lovely having you both.
May I just use your bathroom?
Down the hall on the right.
Lauren exits. Lucy turns to Jack.
She's the one, isn't she?
Mom, that's not appropriate.
No, I mean, she's the one you met all those years ago, isn't she? On the lake?
She is. How did you know?
The look in your eyes when you're with her. It's the same as the look you had when you told me about her. And I'll tell you the same thing I told you back then. Don't be a fool, Jacoby. Chances like that are rare. Second chances, once in a lifetime.
Listen to your mother, son. She doesn't mess about when it comes to matters of the heart.
Lauren returns from the bathroom and hugs Lucy, then Eric.
See you next week. You've been wonderful. Take care.
Take care, love.
Lauren and Jack exit. As they reach the car, Lucy calls out to Jack.
Remember what I said, son.
Lauren looks at Jack, who shrugs. Jack and Lauren enter the car. Lauren turns to Jack, who pulls out of the driveway.
What was that about?
Just mom stuff, you know.
He turns on the radio. R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly starts up.
Hey, Lauren,
What?
do you believe you can fly?
Lauren laughs and joins in with the verse.
I believe I can touch the sky.
I think about it every night and day.
The singing fades as the car drives off into the distance. In the dance studio, Samantha and Martin, Anna and Milton, Lauren and Jack, Tanya and Drake, and Elise and Burton stand in pairs on a wooden dance floor watching Janet and Paolo demonstrate the bangin' dance moves.
And dip your partner, step, hop, change, cross and skip, 7, 8, 1 and 2, step, hop, change, 5 and 6, back together. Do it now with me.
Anna and Milton collide on 4. Milton hits the ground and Anna falls on top of him laughing. Tanya and Drake step delicately by, perfectly in step with each other.
Perfect. You move beautifully.
Well, you're a great leader.
I'm only as good as my partner.
Lost in each other's gaze, they dance past Lauren and Jack, who are struggling to remember the steps. They stop between each set to check in with each other.
Hey, that's not right. I go right and you go left.
They trip over each other and collide, laughing.
Ha 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 ha.
I thought you meant your left.
Why would I say that unless I was trying to confuse you?
Maybe you are. You're a sneaky one, Jacoby.
And a 5, 6, waggle and waggle.
He breaks formation and waggles his butt towards her, mimicking the bee dance, and she laughs at him. Jeanette frowns at them and claps her hands together for attention.
Everybody now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Cross and skip, step together. Lovely. Now, the next set. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, step out and in. Hold it there. Back and step and grab, lean. 5, 6, 7, hold it.
The group attempts to remember their choreography. Martin and Samantha are surprisingly adept, doing the moves delicately but in perfect time with each other. Anna is now on the floor laughing, Milton attempting to help her up.
No, Anna, you're spinning when you should be turning.
Jack leans down to Lauren when she turns in.
Nice turn. You don't want to be spinning in there.
Don't. I think I'm getting this. 7 and hold it.
Jack grips Lauren tightly around the waist. They both pause, looking uncertainly at each other. Janet cuts in, making them jump.
Yes, that's perfect. Hold her waist just like that. Tip her back in a circle, 5, 6. Hold her hand and perfect.
Jack slowly tips Lauren around in a circle before pulling her close, holding her hand to his chest. Lauren stares into his eyes, unsure what to say.
Well, you two have certainly picked it up easily. Some of us are less coordinated, you know.
Lauren and Jack break apart, embarrassed.
Okay, that's it for today. Guys, practice, practice, practice. You've all done a wonderful job, and I'm confident You're going to put on a brilliant performance.
She claps her hands and exits briskly. The assembled group exchange glances.
Was she seeing what we were seeing? Because I'm thinking we cannot pull that off.
They start making their way towards the door.
Nonsense, honey. You can do it. Practice, practice, practice.
She exits along with Martin. Lauren and Anna turn to each other.
Practice, practice, practice.
They stop to change their shoes as Milton, Jack, Tanya, Elise, Burton, and Drake leave ahead of them.
So?
I think it went as well as expected, but we're going to have to practice a lot.
No, I mean, so?
I don't follow.
I saw the way you looked at Jack. And more than that, I saw the way he looked at you. What's going on?
Nothing.
Come on, Lauren, I'm not...
Nothing, Anna. There's nothing going on, okay?
Anna falls silent.
I don't know if you recall, but the last time this happened, I thought there was something going on, and there wasn't. And I'm not going through that again, Anna.
Yeah, okay. I just thought...
Nothing going on, Anna, okay? Drop it.
Lauren straightens up and storms out of the studio, leaving Anna staring thoughtfully after her. In Sunset Springs dining hall, Lauren raises her glass for an assembled top table of wedding guests.
And I'm sure you'll agree that the rehearsal went beautifully, without a hitch. Thank you all so much for coming today, especially Shauna and John, Milton's parents.
She nods to a gorgeous dark-haired, dark-skinned woman in a beautiful dress, leaning into an equally gorgeous, slightly balding man with a broad grin, who raise their glasses back to her.
And, of course, Milton's grandpa Nicholas, who we're honored to have here all the way from Texas.
She smiles at Grandpa Nicholas, an elderly man in a wheelchair wearing a cowboy hat with his neatly pressed suit.
The bride's father, who also happens to be my own dear father, is saving his speech for tomorrow, and I'm sure we're all appropriately concerned by that.
The guests laugh politely.
So tonight, as a special treat, Grandpa Nicholas is going to grace us with a few words.
She sits down, leading some muted applause. The group falls silent as Grandpa Nicholas slowly rises to his feet, pulling a neatly folded piece of paper from his pocket and clearing his throat. In a soft Texan accent, he speaks, the guests leaning out to watch him.
Thank you kindly, young lady. I'd like to thank you all for rushing this wedding so I could have the chance to see my favorite grandson married. No offense, Burton.
Burton shrugs amicably.
Seeing the two of you together reminds me when I married my wonderful wife, Sherry. God rest her soul. She would have loved to been here today.
Milton looks into his lap and Anna squeezes his shoulder.
I've missed her every day the last 20 years she's been gone. I never loved another woman like her. But although I wish she was still here with us today, I don't regret meeting her.
Jack looks at Lauren only to find she's staring at him. She breaks eye contact, plucks her wine glass from the table, and drains it before picking her champagne back up for the toast.
I look around at all of you today, and I see her in each and every one of you that she left behind. My wonderful sons, John and Toby, and their beautiful wives. My 6 amazing grandchildren, and my 3 great-grandchildren, to whom I hope you two will be adding soon.
Anna rolls her eyes and shakes her head, and Milton covers his face with his tie in embarrassment.
Well, that's up to you kids, of course. The most important thing is that you found each other, and that you hold on to each other, because you never know what's going to happen in this life, when someone you love more than anything might suddenly be gone one day, or if you'll get another shot at it.
Lauren looks up at Jack, but he's now staring at his hands, twisting his napkin nervously. She blinks away a tear. Anna turns to look at her, tears in her eyes too, and smiles. Lauren weakly smiles back. Anna turns away, and Lauren's smile collapses. She picks up Anna's half-empty wine glass and drains that too.
So you got to make the most of it, kids. Because I can tell you there were Because I can tell you two were made for each other, and I can't wait to see you make it official on Saturday. And so if you could all raise your glasses.
The guests raise their glasses.
To Anna and Milton.
To Anna
Anna
and
and
Milton.
Milton.
And Milton.
Everybody drinks, Lauren draining her third glass of wine in the process. She refills hers and Anna's glasses, stands up shakily.
Just snipping to the bathroom.
You okay, Lauren?
Of course I am.
She picks up her glass before walking unsteadily to the bathroom. Anna grabs her own glass and follows. In the bathroom, Lauren enters, puts her wine down, and looks at herself in the mirror.
Come on, Lauren. Keep it together.
Anna enters, and Lauren jumps.
Are you okay?
Of course. Just a bit emotional. That was a lovely speech.
Bit intense, wasn't it? Lauren, are you sure this isn't about Jack?
It might be a little bit about Jacoby.
Jacoby.
Whoops. That's his name. That's a secret.
Anna laughs and takes a drink.
Look, a few more days and the wedding will be over. Then you'll probably never see Jack again. You can carry on with your life, and he can carry on with whatever it is he does.
He's a contractor and a bee-man.
Okay, clearly I have some catching up to do here.
She drains her glass in solidarity.
Are you going to be okay?
I'll be okay. I'll just avoid Jack until it's all over.
Lauren, have you forgotten that he's staying with us?
Oh, damn it. Plan D, then.
Plan D?
Drink.
Outside the Lovett house tonight, Lauren, Anna, Milton, Jack, all having cocktails outside, illuminated by some fairy lights. Milton raises his glass.
Never have I ever been skinny dipping.
The other three all drink, Anna extremely shakily. Milton feigns shock.
That was a fun vacation. I lost my shoe. Night, night.
Anna slips down in her chair and comfortably falls asleep. Lauren attempts to sit up straighter.
Okay, it's my turn now. Never have I ever broken someone's heart.
Milton looks at Jack, who shrugs and takes a drink.
I'm not proud of it.
He's not proud of it. No, Milton, you've never broken someone's heart?
Never have I ever.
Will you, though?
Lauren sits up and leans over Milton.
Because, Milton, so, let me tell you a story, right? There was this guy. He was a great guy. The second I met him, I started falling for him, and it felt right. It felt like when he looked into my eyes, like he felt like it was something real. I really thought that was it.
Lauren keeps looking pointedly at Jack, who won't meet her eye.
And you know what? He left. He left, and damn, it was the best thing he did leaving then, because I was already in love with him. I wish he'd left sooner. Hadn't let me fall in love, but I guess he did me a big favor, leaving before I fell so deep. I could never get over him. If you don't love her every day for the rest of your life, no matter what happens, you should leave right now. Right now. Because if you don't, you're gonna hurt her so much more every second you stay. And if you have any doubts at all, any whatsoever, you should go. You should just get out. Leave.
Lauren stands and shakily exits. Jack turns around to Milton.
There's some history there, but don't let it worry you. You and Anna are solid, okay?
Milton stands up and exits, leaving Jack staring thoughtfully at the house. As he sits there, someone inside, likely Lauren, switches off the outdoor lights, plunging him and the still sleeping Anna into darkness.
Oh, great.
In the Lovett house the following day, Lauren enters the kitchen to find Anna in tears.
Anna, what's wrong?
Milton's gone. He left this note. Dear Anna, I want to be with you right now more than anything, but I have to leave because I don't want to hurt you. I know it doesn't make any sense, but at least I know if I leave right now, it won't hurt any worse than it does in this moment. I can't tell you how I will feel about you in 10 years, 20 years. I don't know what's going to happen, and I can't break your heart. I don't want you to suffer when it's too late to recover. That's why I'm leaving. Goodbye, my love. Milton.
Oh, God, what have I done?
Don't talk crazy, Lauren. How could this possibly be your fault? I'm just sorry you've been working so hard on our wedding.
Anna chokes up.
Oh, no, sweetie, don't worry about me. Look, this is just pre-wedding jitters. I've seen it 1,000 times.
I'm not going to force him to marry me, Lauren. I love him. I thought this was what he wanted, and I wanted too. But if it's not, then I have to let him go, don't I?
No, you can't just accept this, Anna. You have to go after him. Talk some sense into him.
You read the note. He doesn't want to hurt me by being with me. Of all the stupid, selfish.
Anna breaks down sobbing. Lauren watches in horror before leaving the room. Back in Lauren's childhood room, Lauren enters, shuts the door, and then kicks a wooden trunk on the floor.
Damn it, Lauren, look what you've done. A few drinks and you start breaking up weddings. This would never have happened if stupid Jack hadn't shown up. Who does he think he is, just thinking he can dance his way back into bed with me?
She slumps down onto the bed.
Oh, who am I kidding? This is my fault. I'm not cursed, I'm an idiot.
She pauses in thought for a moment, then runs over to her bag, which is sitting on the dresser. She rummages through it, tossing aside keys and lip gloss, until she pulls out the little blue hat. She looks down at it reverently.
Well, Roberta, I've really done it now.
It's not too late, my dear.
But the wedding is tomorrow, and I don't even know where Milton went.
You can fix this. Make amends for the heartache you caused. All you have to do is trust Jack to help you.
Jack? This wouldn't have happened if he had dumped me all those years ago. Why should I trust him?
When you get to my age, you learn how to think too about regrets. You learn that the more risks you take, the less of them in the end, up within the end of your life. Talk to Jack. The two of you can fix anything if you work together.
Outside the Lovett house, Lauren finds Jack staring off into the distance. She approaches him gingerly.
Jack?
Huh? Oh, look, about last night, there's,
Milton's gone.
What?
He left, and it's all my fault. All those things I said. He took it to heart and he left. Anna's devastated.
Oh, Milton. You colossal idiot. He thinks he's doing the right thing, doesn't he?
Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
No, not yet, anyway. But we're going to find him. You and me, Lauren. I'm his best friend. I'm sure I can figure it out.
Okay. Okay, let's do this.
She turns and re-enters the house. In the kitchen, Lauren and Jack bustle in. Anna is working her way through a stack of pancakes, being cooked by Samantha, still crying profusely. Martin hugs her tightly.
When I get my hands on Milton, I'm gonna strangle him.
Oh, Daddy, that's not going to help. But I appreciate the thought.
If he's too stupid to know how wonderful you are, he deserves everything he gets.
Oh, Lauren, I suppose we'd better start calling people, tell them not to bother coming tomorrow.
Don't.
What? Why?
Just give me a couple of hours, okay? Just let me work my magic.
He's not coming back, Lauren.
Trust us. Give us a couple of hours.
Oh, we'll give you a couple of hours, but then I'm going after the bastard myself.
He stands up and puffs out his chest.
Sit down, Martin. Lauren, sweetie, hurry. I'll put off calling people for a little while. Call me if you hear anything, okay?
Thanks, Mom.
She kisses Samantha, hugs Anna tightly, then runs out of the door with Jack in tow. In Lauren's car, Jack and Lauren drive through the city.
This is hopeless. He could be anywhere.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm trying to think.
Come on, Jack. He's your best friend. Put yourself in his shoes. Where would he go?
He's a simple guy. This isn't the sort of... Wait a minute.
Got something?
Wait a minute. Head for the airport.
The airport?
That's where he'll be.
Are you sure?
I know him.
You better be right.
There's a long, awkward pause.
Lauren, about last night.
It's fine.
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I was a stupid idiot.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Jack laughs.
Fair enough. I mean, way back then, when we met.
Sure, we were kids. It's fine.
No. Let me say this. I was young, I was stupid, and I panicked. I thought I was going crazy. Honestly, Lauren, I met a lot of girls in high school and college.
Charming.
Actually, I genuinely liked each and every one of them. Stayed friends with a few, even.
You realize you're making this worse?
Let me finish. I liked them all, but you were something else. I'd never felt that way before or since, and I panicked. I wasn't ready for it. I cried half the drive home. I didn't ever want to feel like that again, you know?
Jack, look, it doesn't matter now, okay? It's in the past. It's gone. It's done. It's too late. I'm fine. I'm completely over it. Right now we need to worry about finding Milton.
They swing into a car park and Lauren swerves into a space ahead of someone else who beeps angrily. She goes to get out of the car, but Jack puts his hand on hers.
Let me go. I'll talk to him.
You're gonna talk to him? No way, you'll make this even worse.
Lauren, I'm not the same guy you met back then. I mean, I am, but...
See, you can barely get a sentence out. I'll talk to him.
He could be getting on a plane right now. Let me catch up to him. I can fix this. I promise.
Lauren says nothing for a few seconds.
Lauren?
Go.
Jack exits the car and runs off in the direction of the gate leading to wherever he and Milton normally reside. Lauren watches him go. She pulls down the driver's sunshade and checks her reflection. She slams it back up. She drums her fingers on the dashboard. She gets out her phone and looks at it. She shakes her head, jumps out of the car, and runs after Jack. In the airport, Jack finds Milton. He approaches.
How'd you find me?
You're on the first flight home, genius.
I can't do it, Jack. I'm not sure.
Milt, Lauren was wasted. She had no idea what she was saying.
But she's right. If I stay when I'm not sure, what happens? Am I the guy who leaves his wife when she's 6 months pregnant because he's not sure? The guy who leaves her with 2 kids? The guy who leaves his wife when he's in his 50s? I can't be that guy. I can't do that to her.
You love Anna. You've loved her since the second you've met. And I bet there's been loads of times when you've not been sure. But you've always gotten over it. You know why? Because you love her. And she loves you. You're so good together.
But
We see Lauren appear in the background. Seeing Jack is making headway, she pauses.
Let me tell you something. If you let her go, you're gonna regret it forever. You're gonna be miserable. Every girl you date, you're gonna hate yourself for letting the one you actually cared about go. And why? Because you were too damn scared to see it through? You thought you'd hurt her if you'd stayed? I let the love of my life go. Trust me, mate. You don't want to do that to yourself. I regret it every single day. And I can't fix it. It's too late. She's over it.
Jack looks up and notices Lauren listening in.
No less than I deserve. I was a fool to let her go.
But what if I...
Lauren cuts in.
Milton, Jack's right. Believe it or not.
Jack shoots her a look.
You and Anna are meant to be together. Anyone who meets you can see that. Walking out because of a couple of silly doubts, you'd regret that forever.
I'll regret staying if it ended up hurting her more. You said...
Never mind what I said. I was freaking out about my own issues. I took it out on you. What I said was stupid. Everyone has doubts. Things aren't going to be rosy 100% of the time. There'll always be times when you question you're doing the right thing. And that's how it should be. If you don't question yourself, how do you ever really know that you're doing the right thing?
Oh, God. And it's the love of my life. What am I gonna do? What the hell am I doing?
I'll tell you what you're doing. You're going to get in the car right now and hightail it back to Anna before she starts calling guests and telling them not to come. Hurry!
The three begin running out of the airport, slowing to a leisurely hustle when security starts looking at them suspiciously. Outside the airport car park, Lauren, Jack, and Milton run across the car park and jump into the car. Lauren dials her phone while they run.
Mom, we've got Milton. We're on our way back. Don't let Dad kill him, okay? He needs to say his piece.
I'm driving.
The hell you are.
After a brief tussle, the three jump into the car, Jack at the wheel. It roars to life and screeches out of the car park. Outside the Lovett house, Milton, Lauren, and Jack exit the car and run towards the house. As they get to the door, Milton stops and Lauren and Jack ran into him.
Wait, guys. I should probably do this on my own.
Jack claps Milton on the back.
Good luck, buddy.
Milton goes into the house. Lauren and Jack exchange glances, then run to the window and peek in. The house and window height allows them to stand side by side, slightly concealed from the inside by flower boxes at about chin height on the windowsills. Through the window, inside, Milton approaches Anna. Martin and Samantha stand up and walk into the back room, leaving them alone. Milton approaches Anna, who turns away. He gestures, saying something inaudible from outside.
What do you think he's saying?
Probably something along the lines of what you were saying in the airport.
How much of it did you hear?
I heard you say you let the love of your life go, and that you regretted it.
Oh.
They fall silent. Inside, through the window, Anna turns around towards Milton, who drops to one knee.
What you said, though? It wasn't true.
Lauren, I swear to you.
I don't think she's over you, Jack. I don't think she ever was.
Jack turns to look at Lauren. Tears are rolling down her cheeks. Jack brushes them away.
In fact, I'd be willing to bet she'd give you another chance.
Jack looks into Lauren's eyes, then leans down and kisses her. Through the window, Milton and Anna also embrace. In the back room, in the darkness, Samantha and Martin stand, looking through the glass door at Milton and Anna embracing, and beyond that, Lauren and Jack embracing.
Funny how it all works out sometimes, isn't it?
Samantha laughs and kisses him. A few hours later, in the Lovett house in the morning, Lauren is finishing Anna's makeup. Elise is curling Anna's hair and pinning it. Anna holds a glass of champagne and looks happy and relaxed, resplendent in her dress. Outside the house, Lauren, Anna, Tanya, and Elise, Samantha, and Martin enter a large chauffeur-driven car decked out in ribbons. The car pulls away. At the Sunset Springs, the bridal party exit the car at the outdoor entrance to the waterfall grotto, billowing curtains hiding the wedding arch from view. Samantha kisses Anna on the cheek, leaving lipstick. She pulls out a tissue out of her purse and wipes it away. Lauren hands Anna her bouquet and hugs her.
All set? You look perfect.
My little girl. I can't believe it.
Go on in, honey. It's time.
Samantha wipes away a tear with the same tissue from before, smearing a little lipstick under her eye. Laura notices and uses her finger to wipe it away. Samantha hurries to her seat at the front. The band strikes up with the opening bars of Pachelbel's Canon in D. Lauren sighs. Martin takes Anna's arm, and they turn away down the aisle, Lauren quickly adjusting Anna's train as she sets off. Fade 2, outside Sunset Springs, a series of photographs. The bridesmaids gasping at the rings, the groomsmen drowning their sorrows, the families smiling nicely together, Anna and Milton on either side of Milton's dad in his wheelchair and cowboy hat, kissing him on each cheek, Lauren and Jack smiling together, Anna and Milton laughing and kissing, showing off their rings. Outside, in the evening, guests dance on a busy dance floor to nostalgic 90s hits. Anna and Milton slow dancing together in a world of their own. A few guests queue by an outdoor barbecue for some late feud. Near the door, Tanya stands looking bored and draining her champagne. Drake slithers up behind her.
Hey, sweetie. Amazing work at the dance.
Thanks, babe. I hope I'll have a wedding this nice someday.
Is that some sort of psychology?
Oh? Well, I did do a semester of psychology at college.
We should get married.
What?
Get married.
You're crazy.
Do you like movies?
Tanya stares at him in disbelief.
Let's go.
They take to the dance floor. doing a tango to the 90s pop track playing, passing Lauren, who was watching Anna and Milton dance with a wide smile on her face. Bridget approaches from behind.
Lauren, this is an amazing wedding. Well done.
Thank you. Not bad for my first solo outing as a wedding planner, right?
Not at all. Not bad at all. In fact, Lauren, you've really impressed us. We've been talking about hiring a wedding planner to help make the most of our venue. Would you be interested in coming in for an interview next week?
Seriously? That would be amazing. This place is gorgeous. It practically sells itself.
Wonderful. Here's my card. Give me a call and we'll set something up.
Bridget hands Lauren her card, hugs her, then exits. Jack, who's talking to Grandpa Nicholas, approaches and wraps his arms around Lauren.
Hey, you'll never believe it. They want me to interview for a job.
Of course I believe it. You're amazing. And when you're a big shot wedding planner, do you think you'll still need a bee expert on hand?
I'm sure I can find a place where you belong.
Jack laughs, kisses her on the head. Suddenly Anna's voice rings out across the garden.
Everybody, it's time to throw the bouquet.
Lauren looks hesitantly at Jack.
One step at a time, eh?
Lauren laughs, kisses him, and goes to stand with the other bridesmaids where Anna is waiting.
Okay, is everyone ready?
She turns around.
1, 2, 3.
She flings the bouquet wildly over her head, where it's caught by Tanya. Drake runs over and swings her around in a circle.
Looks like we're doing this then.
And I know the perfect person to plan our wedding. Lauren?
Lauren laughs and embraces the two in a hug.
I'd be happy to. So, what do you guys think of this venue?
Everyone laughs. Fade out. Goodness. A few months later, and I think everyone was laughing the entire time, a large gravestone looms into view at a graveyard in the morning. Behind it stands Lauren in a pretty gray linen dress, carrying a small bunch of crane's bills. From Lauren's perspective, the gravestone engraving is visible. Here lies Roberta Hattersley. May the joy of love spread on for eternity, 1918 to 2012. Lauren lays the flowers on the grave.
Thank you, Roberta. You helped me out when I needed it the most. You saved my sister's wedding and reunited me with the love of my life. You really were something special.
Lauren takes the little hat out of her purse.
Thank you for lending me your wisdom and love, Roberta. I'm ready to do this on my own now. May you rest in peace.
Lauren lays the little hat atop the bouquet. A gruff voice cuts in.
Good morning, young lady. That's a splendid dress you wear. Did you know my wife?
Your wife? You were Roberta's husband.
I was indeed, for 55 happy years.
That's lovely. No, I didn't know her. She helped and inspired me when I needed it the most. She was an amazing woman, sir.
That's lovely to hear.
Jack hurries up as respectfully as possible.
We have to go, Lauren. Tanya will beat us to the ceremony.
Sorry, sir. It's my sister's wedding today, apparently. I just wanted to stop off on the way there and pay my respects to your wife.
That's very kind of you, young lady. Have a wonderful day.
You too, sir. Goodbye.
Lauren and Jack hurry back to the car. They jump in and drive away, Lauren waving out the window at Harry. Harry waves back before leaning down and picking up the little hat from the grave.
Another satisfied customer, my love.
On to the next client.
Harry curls the hat in his hand, then flings it away on the wind. It soars away. As it does, he chuckles, slowly fading away in the morning light. The gravestone next to Roberta's is revealed. The epitaph reads, "Here lies Harry Hattersley, famed hat maker and loving husband, 1917 to 2013." At Sunset Springs Car Park, Jack and Lauren Park exit the car and walk through the main entrance of Sunset Springs. A few guests are milling around outside, chatting. In the Sunset Springs Chapel atrium, Jack and Lauren enter and are greeted by Drake and Milton. Milton pins a white rose on Jack's lapel. The last few guests enter behind them and pass into the chapel.
Thanks, bud. Okay, Drake. It's nearly time. Are you ready?
Jake takes a big swig from a hip flask and turns to Milton.
Hit me.
Milton obliges by smacking Drake hard across the face.
Wow. Okay. Ready.
Jack kisses Lauren affectionately on the head.
See you on the other side.
As she exits, the doors to the chapel close behind her. Outside the Sunset Springs main entrance, Lauren moves to open the door to Tanya's car, hugging Anna, who exits along with Tanya and two other girls in bridesmaid dresses. Lauren tweaks the hem of Tanya's dress and brushes an errant curl from her face. As they walk forward through the main entrance, and one last time, we hear the opening strains of Pachelbel's Canon in D. In Sunset Springs Banquet Hall at evening, the party is in full swing. Guests are dancing, eating, drinking. Lauren stands to one side, chatting to Bridget. Anna hurries over.
Lauren, where have you been? Tanya's gonna have to throw the bouquet. Come on.
I can't. I'm not a real guest.
Of course you are. Look.
Lauren looks over to Tanya, who gestures impatiently. She shakes her head at Bridget, then joins Anna in the crowd, waiting for the bouquet toss.
Everybody ready?
She spins around. As she flings the bouquet over her head, the other ladies melt away, leaving Lauren alone to catch it. As she examines the bouquet, she notices a beautiful engagement ring stuck into the beautiful arrangement of beauty.
Lauren.
She spins around to see Jack sinking down onto one knee. In the background, Anna pulls out a boombox and hits play. The song, "I Believe I Can Fly," starts up. Lauren laughs. The other guests gather around and Jack looks at them nervously. He clears his throat.
Lauren, from the very first moment I saw you, I knew you. I saw you. I knew you were the one I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
The assembled crowd awes.
Oh.
And I was the biggest idiot in the world, and I ran away. And I wasted so much time trying to forget you. Then, I was lucky enough to get another shot, and this time, Lauren, if you let me, I'm never letting you go. Lauren Levitt, will you marry me?
Lauren breaks into a huge smile and does a happy waggle.
Yes.
Jack jumps up and hugs her. Behind them, bride and groom also hug each other.
Oh my god. This means I'm going to have to plan my own wedding.
Behind her, Anna wipes away a tear, turning to the table for a napkin. Lying there, twinkling suspiciously, is the Tiffany blue hat. Cautiously, she picks it up and puts it on her head. Her eyes widen in surprise. Lauren turns to look at her. Their eyes meet. The end?
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da,
Oh,
da,
did we
da.
take out the end of Zombies?
Yay!
Hey, well done. Well done, everyone. Good job.
Good job. Good job, everyone. Excellent. Excellent work all around.
So do you want to close out the stream before we do feedback?
Yeah. Unless, yeah.
Unless
All
everyone
right.
on the stream has feedback, in which case type it now. Now! Now! Does anybody know how
Well.
to turn my script not sideways?
Someday we'll figure that out. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Ghost Hat Wedding Planner script that Kat and I wrote. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave it in the chat. And I hope I'll see you again tomorrow night when we go back to playing adventure games. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, thanks for listening.
Oh, I already cut the stream.
Well then,
Forgot to let you guys say goodbye.
We didn't want to say goodbye to them anyways.
Yeah, nobody cares about us anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all about the chat.
It's true.
Do you believe?
That's all right. You guys are the only ones watching anyway.
So my feedback is fairly simple.
You're not first.
Oh, fine.
Oh.
JG's first.
Go on then, JG.
Okay, well, I'll probably, once I get some time to digest, have some better feedback. But for now, I'm thinking that something unexpected and cursedly needs to happen in the, at least during the wedding, because you set that up with the whole ghost hat thing, setting up weddings perfectly, and then a curse happening, and you kind of need to sort out that arc. Yeah.
You mean during Anna's wedding?
Yeah.
There should be something for Lauren to overcome to show that she can do that now.
I'm saying that there should be some kind of unexpected thing that would happen for, and then Lauren can find a way to overcome it, and then that could sort out an arc for Roberta, the ghost hat. Alternatively, you can just remove Roberta completely, but then it wouldn't be, ghost hat wedding planner.
Yeah, it's Ghost Hat Wedding Planner, JG.
Well, then you gotta follow up on this whole curse thing beyond the typical all is lost moment that happens. That's the only feedback I've got right now.
Okay, no, it makes sense. I
Does
shall
she
make a
not
note.
does the hat not fix some problems anyway?
It does.
But you think the hat needs to fix some bigger problems? Is that what you mean?
I'm saying that with the curses that have happened with the previous weddings that she's tried to plan, it would make sense that they are caused by the hat in some form, and the hat should have to that Lauren should have to fix one of the curses caused by the hat, the final one, in order to finish a arc with the hat itself.
Can you PM me what you mean? Because I'm not entirely sure what you're saying.
Okay.
Thank you. I think I know what you're saying, but I just want to be doubly sure. Anything
Cool.
else to add?
No. Oh, wait. Zombie Edge was better.
I know. Thanks, man.
All right. I'm off to bed.
Thank you so much for
Night,
coming. You're great.
JG.
Thank you, JG.
That's okay. Bye-bye.
You were great.
You were great too.
Oh.
Oh, thank.
Can you feel the love? I actually do have. I made a bunch. Not.
You shouldn't be able to do
but
feedback straight away. You should wait till the end because it's your script.
I made a bunch of notes of typos and stuff, which I will write down for you, Ched, and then we can have a quick look at them. As I'm assuming you didn't have time to do that because you were talking near enough the whole time. So
Yeah.
I have those notes written down.
Cool.
Like on a page-by-page basis, and that's all I have to say. It's not like really feedback.
Okay.
So Ori.
Yes.
All hail the new Ched. Ori is the new Ched.
She's Ched now.
We are all Ched. Well, thanks, guys. You put together a good script for us to read tonight. Really, the only thing that I have of note, because it really, I thought at least, fulfilled what you wanted it to be in terms of being like a Hallmarky W channel rom-com type thing. So I just wanted to note that I really liked how everything kind of looped back in on itself, like in terms of the use of the different music, the hat coming back in and out. I think that JG might be right in terms of tying the hat in a little bit more into the beginning, just so it seems like a more fleshed out plan that the hat has had, instead of just, hey, guess what? I think you should be really good at stuff now, and before you suck at stuff. And that's all from me right now. I don't have a lot, but I never really have a lot. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ori. Can I just ask, are you guys thinking that the hat is actually causing these problems?
It should be.
Because, like, it's really not. Like, it's a hat that's possessed by a ghost that can kind of see a little bit into the future, so it's telling Lauren how to avoid problems. It's not, like, causing issues. It's not setting churches on fire.
I never got the impression that that was to do anything. I thought it was amusing that it was this thing about the church burning down, which I think is slightly shaky ground if you're going to do something like Hallmark. Because I think they'd probably be worried about losing an audience if they have churches burning down and whatnot.
That's a good note.
I don't know. I just really enjoyed the imagery of this flaming church, and then this hat whooshes by in the foreground, just chortling angrily.
Dude, like that, but it was never. It's not my intention. I'm assuming not Jed's either, to make the hat the perpetrator of these crimes.
You know what? If you're gonna do that whole churchy fire thing, I would suggest that maybe the hat recommends not putting down the deposit in the first place, because I don't remember it doing that.
That's a good point.
But that's really just ancillary to my main feedback.
But at the same time, like, the whole point of it is that this is all mysterious and why is it happening? So I think it would take away from that, oh man, the hat's doing stuff, for the hat to come out and say, hey, don't put down this deposit. Because I feel like that's the point where we're like, oh, the hat is doing things. We don't necessarily see those connections earlier.
I don't think we want the hat to be seen as doing things. Like, if that is the case, then we need to have a look at making sure it's clear that it's not, that the hat is helping her rather than causing a bunch of problems for her. Because, like, that doesn't make sense to me as a story. Like, it's an evil hat that's causing problems, but it decides that it likes Lauren, so it's going to help her navigate those problems. Like, what?
That's kind of a different film.
Yeah, because the hat is just possessed by an amazing wedding planner who sees that Lauren needs some help, because she too is an amazing wedding planner. She's just fallen on some unfortunate events that she couldn't help. The fact that there was a bloody whale there, these bees turned up, she didn't do those things. So I think you're right by the hat not being the perpetrator of all of this random awful stuff. Maybe the hat knows that there's going to be a fire because the electrics aren't up to it, but she also knows that it's not the perfect place for their wedding because they're really into this place with the waterfall.
That's a good point, Kim.
Absolutely right.
I'm thinking that We have misled you guys with the whole curse thing. I think we're getting our wires crossed with the curse and the haunted hat. It's two supernatural elements, and they're like not working together. I think we need to drop the curse thing, maybe.
Did you say crosswires only because Kat made a post about an electrical hat?
Mr. Ori.
No.
So then my next question is,
Well,
because I think I missed it somehow, when does she pick up the hat?
It's
When
right.
does the hat...
First wedding, it's just like sitting there on the table.
See, I think that's the problem then. I think it shouldn't be at these other weddings if it's really having nothing to do with those things. It needs to pop up at some point after she's been, either before or after she's been fired, but definitely after those first wedding disasters.
Makes sense. It could blow in from the sea when she's kind of sitting there feeling miserable about getting fired.
There you go.
Yeah, it was meant to be. That first scene led up to her getting fired. First scene where she finds the hat. Then she gets fired, and during the firing, there's flashbacks to things that already happened before she found the hat.
Yeah, didn't that happen when you went to the church, to the original venue where the mum and dad got married? That's when the hat showed up, right?
That's when she first...
She finds it. Yeah, she puts it on first when she gets to that wedding, but it actually shows up earlier. I think the reason that I put it in so early is because originally it was like Ghost Hat Wedding Planner, and then we kind of changed it as it evolved into being more about the wedding planner herself, and the hat kind of took a back seat. So I kind of wanted to get it in there early, but it really doesn't need to be in there that early now. It can appear later on. No, that makes sense. It's a good idea. Thanks, Ori. And Kim and Chad and everyone else who contributed to that specifically.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It should all be mentioned in the thanks for this movie when the Hallmark Channel published it.
okay, can I do my feedback now?
Of course you can.
Well, no, you've lost your turn because you changed your name.
So I should be first. I should be first.
Well, you can't retroactively. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well,
I think we all know that I'm first.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I know that.
Thank you. I'm glad we've all been able to acknowledge this today. Paul, your turn.
Right. Yeah, I think I really liked the whole setup of the whole curse thing. I thought that was very funny. And that led me into thinking that the whole film was going to be very funny. And it was amusing, but I felt like it wasn't like a knockabout comedy like I was expecting. Have you guys seen that film, Blackbeard's Ghost?
Nope.
Nope.
You should watch the film Blackbeard's Ghost, Disney film. Dean Jones is the new coach of a school, Godolphin High School, and he arrives at this. He's staying in this old house with all these women who believe that the ghost of Blackbeard is real, and then through some magical mishaps, he ends up being haunted by Blackbeard's ghost, played by Peter Ustinov. And to everyone around him, there's no one there, but to him, he is manifest. And everyone thinks he's coming apart at the seams, but obviously by the end of the hijinks and the japes, and the fact that he can, even as a ghost, interact with the real world, it kind of makes it a lot. It kind of works out, and it becomes quite an enjoyable romp. With this, definitely it's an issue that there is not a lot of ghost stuff going on, and the only ghost stuff that ever seems to happen is, oh yeah, you don't want to order the chicken, and stuff like that. So I felt like the whole thing with the hat takes so much of a backseat that it's kind of not really relevant to the story. JG said it, that the way it stands at the moment, if you removed all the parts with the ghost hat, it would just be a film about a wedding. And you could quite easily just change it to her thinking, oh well, you know, let's not have the chicken because I've heard bad things about it and I'm this great wedding planner. So it all ticks along without much influence from the hat, the way things stand. I feel like for the ghost bit to work, we need to kind of see Lauren coming apart at the seams as a result of like being haunted effectively, until it turns out that she was, that she's kind of redeemed and everything goes well. And well, exactly, Kat, you do want a movie called Ghost Hat Wedding Planner, which is why you need to bring the ghost hat into it more, because at the minute you've made a film called Wedding Planner, and taking out the words ghost hat for the title is pretty apt. So furthermore, you've got a couple of little things, like there's an awful lot of English vernacular in there, in the dialogue, which needs to be looked at. It felt very English, the script, in places. It's almost as if that's Kat's fault. I don't know, maybe?
Yeah, I went through an earlier draft and took out a lot of it, but I think more of it snuck in, and there's some that I missed.
Yeah, exactly. Also, there's a weird bit where it's right at the end, I think, when Anna's going to go down the aisle, and the dad says, "Go on in there, we're waiting for you." But isn't he supposed to be walking her down the aisle? So I'm not sure how that works. But also, I felt like the whole bee thing, it was really funny at the beginning, but I felt like she wasn't really traumatized about it, really, because she did not completely fall to pieces when she went near bees, because that would have been like a massive trigger for her. And I felt like she got over that remarkably quickly, especially because she was feeling vulnerable because she was with this guy who dumped her like 10 years ago. So it's kind of, it felt like she got over that far too easily. And that may be a deliberate Hallmark thing, but it felt like it didn't feel motivated that she suddenly got over the bee thing. Yeah, that's all I can think of at the minute. Oh, it's funny though. I enjoyed it. Made me laugh.
Not funny enough, though, apparently.
Well, obviously not funny enough. But that's the thing. If you want to make it a comedy, you need to make it more funny. And if you don't want to make it a comedy as such, and you want to make it like specifically more Hallmark, then you need to tone down some of the comedy that's already there.
I think what I was shooting for was slightly funnier than a usual Hallmark movie, but not so over the top about it.
I think that's right.
Movies, I think it fits in as a slightly funny. You know what I mean? Like I totally agree with what you say about it's not funny enough to be like a general comedy.
I think what I mean is
for the genre of Hallmark movie.
Yeah, I think what I mean is that the humour is uneven. Because the bit at the beginning is very, very black comedy funny. You've got whales knocking grooms into the sea. And that's proper knockabout slapstick, and that was hilarious.
That was your idea, of course.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, it doesn't match the comedy level of the rest of the script. And although it's hilarious, maybe that should go and have something not quite as bad. Because the bee thing is over the top. The whale thing is over the top. The building falling down is over the top. And like deliberately so and hilariously so. But if you look at the other stuff that happens that's funny, it's not like, it's like the dad overeating cake is not the same level funny. And if you want to make it that level funny all the way along, it's got to be consistently that level funny. Does that make sense?
Consistent type of humour, yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, and that's really what I'm talking about when it's not funny enough. What I mean is it's not consistently the same level of funny.
It's funny.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I've got notes on this.
How about he doesn't throw up and he shits himself instead? Will that level out the comedy?
No.
You would need
where somebody shits themselves, ever.
Listen, people are gluten intolerant. Shit happens.
Literally. Okay, but that's my feedback. I thought it was good, and I laughed. But I did feel like it was a bit uneven, that's all. And obviously it's quite a saccharine kind of ending, but then that's kind of what you expect from a Hallmark, so that's fine.
Cool. I've got all that written down.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I think one of us needs to. No, that's fine. You can compare notes later and
I'm
be like,
lying.
well, hang on, I thought Paul was saying this, but you thought Paul was saying this. Paul, you need to be more consistent about your feedback.
I've written nothing down.
I'll take that on board
How,
when I
how
give you the
about-
second draft of my feedback.
I think you're next on feedback anyway, are you, Kim?
Well, I didn't actually know I was going to be giving feedback, so I wasn't really going through it going, oh, I'm going to give that as feedback, and I think I'll make a note of that to give that as feedback. So I might well come back to you when I've slept on it and with some more feedback. But how about if you have the ghost of Roberta and what's his face, the hat maker, actually at the wedding? The last wedding at the end.
Well, and she like drops the hat somewhere.
Yeah. Because wouldn't it be nice to have, like, literally see her with her husband? Like, sort of bring that into it. Because, like, you see her husband, don't you, at the graveside, and you've only, like, sort of heard her voice and have seen her in a picture, but it might be quite nice to actually see them as part of the guests there or something, maybe. I don't know.
If we don't end up cutting that character out, we'll take that on board. It's a nice thought.
Yeah. Or just have her in the graveyard scene, if not that.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. I was just trying to give you something.
No, I like that.
Like it. I've written it down.
Because if I'd have had a ghost haunting me, not haunting me, but helping me, I think I'd quite like her to turn up and be a guest at my wedding.
That's fair. I'll bear that in mind. So we're going to show up at your wedding in like a ghost outfit, like, ooh, Kim, I'm here to watch you get married.
Oh, we'll have to join the queue because I'm hoping those balloons turn up.
So many ghosts. You're going to need like extra seating for all these ghosts, but on the upside, they don't need feeding.
They don't actually have backsides though, really, so they can just like float about and do their own thing.
It's going to be bedlam.
Yeah, I've got to kind of think of the cost of like the wedding bows.
They're not going to show up on any of the pictures, possibly. Oh no, ghosts show up on pictures, but just as blurs.
Orbs.
Sometimes they show up as proper full people.
Table for the orbs, please.
Well, thank you, Kim.
Toasting the bride with ectoplasm.
Sorry, did you want something serious from me? Sorry.
No, that's great.
That's fine, thank you.
I think, Kim, it's just a case of, your general impression of it, really, and whether you thought it was good, and which bits you liked and which bits you didn't like.
Anything that stood out.
And that's really all I was doing. So, it's not about, you don't even have to give any if you don't want. You could just say that was a big bag of shit.
No, I liked it. I think that some of the feedback that's been given already, I don't know, I got it. I liked it. So I like rom-com type films anyway, and that's kind of the kind of stuff that I just put on the TV just to like sort of chill out with it. They don't take a lot of, like, I have to sit there and watch every second of it. Do you know what I mean? To like get it, so I can easily like sort of be with my daughter and watch something like that and have fun with it. That's what I kind of took from it, I suppose. I didn't see the hat as being the reason why the place burnt down originally. I think there could have been maybe some inkling to that being a potential problem somewhere or another. I don't know whether it's something that was maybe going on in the back of a shot or something. Do you know what I mean? That might not be something recognisable originally, but if you was to watch it again, you'd be like, right, there was a little hint there or something.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just. Yeah.
I do like signposting.
Yeah.
So I'm just writing it down.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Mr. Ori, do you have any feedback for us?
Yeah, just a little bit. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was funny. It was enjoyable. So I mean, that's the main takeaway you want to have. So that's good. I think just a few little things filtering out, like the Britishisms, because if it's supposed to be taking place in the States, then they just need to come out of there. It's not a big deal. That's just going over it again. Things like Q, people saying love or gorgeous, so that you don't get a lot of that in.
You?
We don't say Q. We do say gorgeous, though.
They say line.
Q?
They say line
But
instead of
we
Q.
don't Q.
Line
in
or
America.
line up.
They also
Sorry to interrupt. I was just absolutely gobsmacked. Please carry on.
they also say window ledge.
I say Q, but I'm weird.
Line or lineup is more common.
Yeah.
You get the occasional person who says Q, but usually they are
Weird.
people who haven't been over on this side of the ocean as long.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sorry, what
English
were the-
people.
The Britishisms that you noticed, because I'm just writing that down.
Okay. Things like men who are saying gorgeous, that doesn't happen often. It does happen, but it felt like a lot in there. So I would just, tone a couple things like that down. And just random uses of people saying love. Again, it does happen, but it's not as frequent. And you had one usage of mate in there, which is definitely not something that's used over here. But again, that's easy to miss. It'd be like if I was trying to write something for over in the UK, there'd be a lot of mistakes that I would need pointed out. So, and I feel like with the ghost hat, I feel like it needs one of two things. It either needs to be used more or less, where the amount you've got it now feels not right. Like it feels like it needs to either be just a little bit more important or to be toned back so that the hat is just becoming like a tool that Lauren is using in her own mind to show herself that she's actually good at this. That's what I've got.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Pie Kid, you next.
Well, contrary to several people, until they actually said it, I didn't think the hat burned the church down. I kind of saw it as the hat, like, predicting that they wouldn't have a problem convincing their mom that she'd want another venue. So maybe you could kind of turn it in that direction. Then she's like, don't worry about, explaining about the venue. Maybe that would help. I don't know, maybe that would just make it even worse. That it looked like she was burning the house down, or the church down. But that could just be the hat solving another problem if you were able to get that to come out right. Probably because it was within my lines, but I saw the picking up of the hat and everything just fine. But it wouldn't be bad to have that made more prominent, like was said. I think, like he was saying, to have problems go on actually during Anna's wedding. I guess I'm not quite sure about that feedback, but I thought that if the problems going on during her wedding were handled by Lauren without the hat, that would make it a little bit more obvious that Lauren has gained her confidence with being a wedding planner.
So I'm still writing this down.
That's fine. I'm trying to see if there was anything else that I could think of. I totally didn't see the hat as evil, and it was everybody else talking about it that got me there.
Strawberry. That's covering things up.
I mean, it's not like the hat, strangled the father or anything. So.
Guys, hats are literally made to cover things up. It's in their nature.
I did like the idea of maybe the hat was not actually haunted, but just a coping mechanism for her to deal with things and handle things with some sort of outside help. That's actually kind of cool.
Oh, so she's like having a breakdown.
In a way, yeah, or just using it as a transition, to help her to kind of see other things. But I'm not sure how that would work with her predicting things. So yeah.
But it's so pretty.
And I kind of wondered there at the end when Anna got the hat, why she wouldn't just hand it back to Lauren and say, "Here's your hat back."
Yeah, that's a good point. She would have seen Lauren wearing that hat.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Really? If I'd just put it on. I'd be like, "Oh, it's Lauren's hat. That's so cool." I'd just stick it out oh my god, I can hear the ghost.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe she'd put it on and try it on stuff, but I think it's just as likely as she would get, "Hey, here's your hat back," without actually trying it on too. I don't try on other people's hats. I also work at a library where there's lice, so there's that.
That's a good point too.
Why did she give the hat away, though?
We just need a disclaimer at the end. Kids, don't try on other people's hats.
I think she gives it up at the end because she's ready to go on by herself, and she wants Roberta to rest in peace, so she kind of returns her to the grave. That was my thinking anyway.
I kind of got that too, but I was thinking that it would be a bit more obvious if you had it to where she solved stuff on her own and was like, "Hey, I don't need the hat anymore."
Yeah, good point.
I don't need you.
Although I'd totally keep the hat because it's like having a psychic in your pocket. I'd be like, "Yeah, man, you can live in my house forever."
It's a good idea, but would you start second guessing every decision you made without checking in with your hat first?
I don't know, but the lottery is it's a big prize,
I've lost the hat somewhere in my mansion.
Exactly.
I think that the humor that there's, that everyone was saying the humor could be out a little bit more. It's been a long time since I watched a Hallmark movie, but this seemed like it fit in pretty well in general. So, and it was better than I expected. I purposefully didn't read everything, just read my lines, just so I would kind of experience as we did the read, and it was kind of better than I was expected. So that's always good.
Yeah, going in with Hallmark movie, it's low expectations. So people are going to be like, "Oh, it's just going to be some cheesy crap." So if you can throw in some slightly out there humor at the beginning and stuff, people are like, "Oh, great."
Yeah, exactly. It keeps them there if there's some bit of off the wallness around. But then you kind of gotta have it here and there just to kind of have them go, "Oh, well, they just drew us in and then tricked us," type thing.
They don't trick the audience. They don't like it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I hate the movie Arrival.
See? Kat, you should have let me keep that part where Jack's dad says the house was made out of bees' nests.
Oh my god. It was like, what? Why is that there? It's I don't know. I'm very tired, Kat.
Beehives.
Oh,
yeah.
There was the thing where Jack's family was, within an easy distance of Lauren, but she never was able to get a hold of him for 10 years. I don't know.
That's true. I had them driving out about an hour, but yeah, you're right. They need to live miles away. But he was just not replying to her emails. But yeah, I suppose they should live not.
It just seemed like because he was supposedly, long drive, crying, leaving, all that kind of stuff, that maybe them being an easy drive away.
Well, maybe she didn't know the parents, and maybe he moved away, so she didn't.
Yeah, and it could have been like a long drive back to school or something.
So I didn't. I didn't really think that was much of a thing personally.
Yeah, it's not hugely out of place. It's not necessarily a problem, but it might be jarring if people stop to think about it.
Right, and Milton flying to wherever they're from. It just kind of with them being best friends. I don't know how close of like location-wise best friends they're supposed to be or anything, but yeah, I mean there was just that little location hiccup that could be a thing, but probably isn't. But I'm like that.
We could probably.
I was thinking that as I was reading too.
We could probably resolve it by having them say that they studied in Colorado and now they live out there, but their parent, like Jack's, like, oh, actually, I know this area pretty well because my parents live about an hour away. Just like that way,
like
because
presumably they would have all grown up in the same area. In this case, if like Jack and Milton have been friends for a long time, and Milton and Anna.
Yeah, but then you've got Milton flying to go back to where he's from at the end, so that's kind of doesn't quite work.
Right.
I don't know. It just seemed like there was a little bit of wonkiness when it came to the locations and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay. Is that it?
I think so.
Me.
Well, you're the last one.
Did you want to say any
feedback, Chad?
Did you want to say anything about it at all?
No.
It was perfect in every way, and you all suck for saying otherwise.
Exactly. No, I don't really. I mean, you don't need to hear my feedback. I need to hear my own feedback. And I'm just trying to digest everything you guys have been saying.
Well, you'll have plenty of time because I'm still recording.
Well,
oops. I will send you what I've written. Could you send me a version of that recording without this feedback on it for my grandparents?
Yeah, fine. I'll work out a way of doing it somehow. I was going to stop it as well and send it, but didn't bother in the end.
You need to add your lines first if you're going to.
There's like one line. It wasn't even an important line, really. It could just be an awkward silence.
They're all important, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
It wasn't
our children.
It wasn't about this stupid hat, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, thank you guys so much for doing this.
Yes, thank you guys so
You were all
much.
great.
Everyone was
You're
awesome.
welcome.
Yeah.
It was a great pleasure.
We're going to have to start work on our next script, which I don't want to set your expectations too high, but it's going to be Citizen Kane. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be a... well, the working title is Groundhog Dead, so I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, God.
It's not quite a Hallmark movie, but it's pretty Hallmarky.
I don't know, I like Ched's muffin idea.
I want to make a film about an investigation into this guy's death of old age, who had just like no discernible skill or talent at anything, and I'm going to call it Citizen Shane.
Is Shane someone you know? Is that a burn?
No, it's not. But it's the only thing I could think of that rhymed. So if anything, it's kind of a burn on me for not thinking of a better name.
Citizen Khan. That is actually a thing, though.
It is. Okay, I'm stopping now.